darkness continues.
Now at first he thought it was just joyriders. His wife started shooting video. But then...
Are they saying help?
You can clearly hear the sound of children screaming in this footage.
If they're saying help, that's different.
The former volunteer firefighter springs into action.
That tone in them kids' voice, I knew something was wrong. I never hesitated.
Now, Tim says he and another passerby, Stacy Robinson from Orlando, tried to help.
And we was both trying to talk to the lady, and there's a kid on her lap trying to steer her away from the water.
A pregnant 32-year-old Ebony Wilkerson is behind the wheel.
She looked over at us with this just blank, crazy stare. I've been calling it possessed all day. It's a harsh word, but that's what it looked like. And she said, "We're okay. We're going to be fine." The kids was like, "Please save us, help us. Our mom's trying to kill us." And that was just, it was so awful to hear that.
As Stacy Robinson carried a 9- and 10-year-old to shore.
God almighty, there's a baby in the car.
They were screaming over his shoulder, "There's a baby, there's a baby."
By that time, lifeguards were out in the water, too, and able to rescue a 3-year-old.
The way that thing was rocking and the water was just throwing it around, it was rough.
Now, Tim says he's not a hero.
Right place at the right time, that's all it was.
But
I just hope they're okay. I'd love to know if they're okay, they're going to be okay, and I'd love to see them again, in the future.
Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. The protest. Dark XoDus. Open your mind.
You know.
Yeah, X. Dark XoDus. You understand? Yeah, X. You understand? Open your mind. Yeah, X.
You know.
You understand? Yeah, X. Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus.
And peace, folks. Welcome back to another edition of the Popular Thought Series right here on the old T.P.O.T YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your black asses are here. Tonight, we are doing another Dark XoDus, of course, as you could see. And we're doing When Mama Loves You to Death, Part 2. EBONY WILKERSON. Shout out to my brother Nick Taylor, because he brought this to my attention. I was somewhat familiar with the story, but when I looked it up after brother Nick Taylor posted it in the chat the other night, I said, you know what? I'm going to talk about this tonight. But before we get started, y'all already know, I always start the stream off with thanking you good folks for your likes, your shares, your views, your subs, and of course, your hard-earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces. Because I know you don't have to do it, man. You don't have to do it. You don't have to watch these damn videos. You don't have to show up to these streams. You don't have to share them. You don't have to like them. And you definitely don't have to drop your hard-earned coins on this platform. But you good folks choose to do so, man. Night after night, week after week, you are here hanging out with OX. And I want you to know, man, that I'm appreciative. I'm humbled. I'm honored. And I am thankful and grateful to all you good folks, the good folks who hang out here and the good folks who hang out up in here. I don't take y'all lightly, man. I never have. And I never will. You got my word on that. All right. All right. So let's get at it. Like I said, man, Brother Taylor brought this to my attention. But before we get started, I want to show y'all a couple clips so we can kind of get this in context. Let me see here. Let me see here. Yeah, guess we'll start here. I guess we'll start here. I'm going to show y'all actually a couple videos, right? And when I show y'all these videos, then we're going to chop it up. And I want to see with this first video, as a matter of fact, this first video, I want to see if y'all notice what I noticed. All right. I want to see if y'all notice what I noticed. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all can see that, right? It's a short video. It's only about 43 seconds, but I want y'all to check it out. All right. Watch this. Fair use. Fair use. God damn it. Fair use. Now I'm going to stop it and I'm going to bring it back. Give y'all a chance. What's good, brother Little Rock? I see you up there, brother. I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to give y'all another chance to see if y'all notice, because tonight we're talking about Ebony Wilkerson. Give y'all quick synopsis. Ebony Wilkerson drove her children into the ocean, her 3 children, trying to kill them in some, so-called psychotic episode, the shit they always say when they kill the kids or try to. Fortunately, this time the children actually survived this attempted murder. All right, they actually survived. But I want to see if y'all noticed what I noticed. Let's run it back again. You see the rescuers there, they're putting their lives on the line to save the babies, Cars going into the ocean, water, the most powerful force in the universe. So what did you good folks notice? What did you notice? Let me stop it there. What did you good folk notice on that video? What did y'all notice? What did y'all notice? Anybody? Nobody? Let's play it again. Probably should make it bigger, right, y'all? Yeah, let's make it bigger. That better for y'all? It's a little bigger. Is that better? Let's play it again. Start it from here. Did y'all notice what I noticed? Right here. See right here? That's her, folks. That's her. That's her to the right of the screen. That's her. Now, mind you, the rescuers are trying to save the children, putting their lives on the line because they can get pulled out to sea too. The car could hit them. Anything can happen, right? But look at Miss Wilkerson. See her heading on off to safety. She's not even looking back. She's not even looking back. Look at this. Look at it. She's not even looking back. She looks back right there, right there. Then she just walks on off, sachets on off, while everybody else puts their life on the line to to save her babies. I saw that, right? I saw that. Now, we have to ask ourselves, first, why would this chick, and we've been joined by my brother Nick Taylor.
Yes, sir.
First, we have to ask ourselves, why would she do this? Why would she drive her babies into the ocean? And secondly, she gets out of the car and just walks away. She doesn't even look back. While everybody else, the racist white men are trying to save the babies, and she just sashays off onto the shore. Right? Now, when I see that, I'm saying to myself, this bitch don't care about these kids. Well, that's obvious because she drove them into the ocean. But even when people come to rescue the children, she just walks off. She just walks away, cold, callous, the whole nine. Now, there were 3 children in that car with her that day. And she was pregnant to boot. Now, by my calculations, that's at least 3.5 counts of attempted murder, right? But she did 5 years, folks, and I think she did it in some type of mental institution, and she was free by 2019. Now, if that had been me or my brother, Nick Taylor, driving those babies into the ocean, guess what would have happened? We'd still be in prison right now. She's been home for like 2 years.
We'd be broadcasting from Sing Sing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because they would have gave us 20 years for each child. All right. Now, I don't know what happened to the baby that she had in her stomach at the time, because I believe she was like 26, 28 weeks pregnant. So she was about 7 months pregnant at the time. So I'm pretty sure that baby was taken away and given to wherever in the foster home or whatever Negro climbed on top of her. He might have been able to get it. I don't know. But she went off and she did 5 years, and she got out in 2019. She tried to get out in 2018, y'all, because this happened in 2014. She tried to get out in 2018, and she was denied. She reapplied again to get out in 2019. She got the thumbs up, and she went home. Now, this happened in Daytona, Florida, but she's from down here, South Carolina. I believe she's with her family, I believe, in Myrtle Beach somewhere, I believe. And see, this is the thing. Even in the recent years, she's trying to get back with her children. And guess what's going to happen, y'all? Even though she drove them into the ocean, even though she just got out the car and let the car get knocked over by the waves while everybody else was trying to save the kids, chances are they're going to let her get access to her children again, even though there is video proof that she tried to kill them. Do you understand that? This is a classic case of when mama loves you to death. She loved those kids to death, folks. She loved them so much that she had to kill them. Now, I don't know the particulars, but from what I understand, from what I read, she was, I guess going through one of her psychotic episodes before, you know, seeing demons and, you know, the classic stuff. You know, I was crazy. I didn't know what was going on, y'all. And you know, I decided to kill myself. So I figured, what the hell, bring the kids along for the ride too and let them die as well. But I want y'all to watch one more clip. All right. Let me see if I have it. Let me see. Because, you know, I want y'all to see what she was trying to do right after, well, a few years, 4 years after she did this. I want y'all to see what she was trying to do after this. Because, you know, these old mamas are never accountable for anything. I mean, anything. Here we go. Fair use, goddammit, fair use. White folks.
A mother who drove her van with her children inside the van into the Atlantic Ocean in Daytona Beach. It was caught on camera 4 years ago, is now opening up about her experiences.
Ebony Wilkerson is in a residential treatment center and spoke to Channel 9's Mike Springer today about her recovery. It's a story you'll see only on Channel.
Now notice what you heard. Not prison, not jail, not even a psychiatric hospital. A residential treatment center. It's probably got a pool there and a game room. But anyway, let's continue.
Channel 9, and Mike, she told you she believes that she will be reunited with her children.
And she thinks if this recovery continues to go well, she'll be reunited with her family up there in South Carolina. But it was just 4 years ago, deputies say, she drove that van into the Atlantic Ocean here behind me with her children inside of it. But today she tells me she's in a much better place, crediting the support of her family and the program she's now in.
120.
Ebony Wilkerson is putting on the final touches to get this Daytona Beach Best Westerns conference room ready for her fashion show. The South Carolina mother is putting it together with Free Spirit Evangelistic Outreach Ministries to help raise awareness on mental health. She's been a part of the court-ordered program for the past year and a half to help treat her bipolar disorder.
I've been through a lot.
Now, she's crazy, right? She's nuts. She's so nuts that she wants to drive her children into the ocean, but she's putting on a fashion show inside the residential treatment center. But let's continue.
And again, I have been a better person for me to be able to step up and say, I have a mental illness issues, and I'm not afraid of that.
Deputies say Wilkerson drove her van with her 3 children inside into the Atlantic Ocean in 2014.
You start having the memories and you see what happened and that kind of thing. So you're looking back and you're saying, oh my goodness.
Wilkerson says she is now eating, sleeping, and taking her medication.
It's ironic that she talks about looking back, you know, the things she wasn't fucking doing as her kids were in the fucking car about to drown as people are trying to save them. But let's continue.
Regularly through the program, but she misses her children, who she sees every other weekend.
It hurts, and it hurts them as well because they're not able to stay with me. They ask me all the time, Mom, can we stay with you?
And this, this is fucking indoctrination, y'all. Even though mom tried to kill them, they still want to be with mom. Even though mom tried to kill them, they still want to be with this old mama. But let's continue.
And I can't tell them yay or nay, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm putting as much love in for them, nurturing for them, so they don't feel like, you know, that they don't have me there.
Yeah, love and nurturing. Like you were doing the day you drove them into the ocean. Yeah, okay. Love and nurturing.
Does not want to let her mental illness define her, and she wants to let others struggling with mental health to know it's okay to ask for help.
It's something that happens to people, and you can live with this, but you can't allow it to control you.
What? What?
Oh boy.
You mean like make you drive into the Atlantic Ocean
At a high rate of speed?
You mean like that with all your babies in tow and one in your gut? You mean mental illness to stop you from doing that? And then they talk about, oh, it's okay to ask for help. So why the fuck didn't she ask for help on that day? And why did the kids have to be in the car? If these hoes want to kill themselves, be my guest. Go right ahead and kill yourself. Why do the kids have to go along for the ride? Why? Why? But let's continue.
As Wilkerson says, she is now ready to take back control of her life and go down a healthier path. Wilkerson also tells me that once she completes this program here, she hopes to return and be a mentor and advocate for people struggling with mental health issues. Her fashion show will happen tomorrow at the Best Western off International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona Beach at 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. And she's also putting on a fashion show, y'all. So maybe y'all attended. Maybe y'all did. But we're not done here. We're not done here. Because Xavier has more to share.
Negroes.
I want to show y'all one more video of Miss Wilkerson. Let me see. This was, I believe, her court case. Let me see. I want to show y'all the right one. I got quite a few of them, so I don't want to. Hold on here. Yeah, let's go ahead and I think this is just another snippet of the video. Oh, fuck it, I guess we can see it again. Let me creep y'all the fuck out some more. And go ahead and creep y'all out again. Y'all don't mind, right? Y'all don't mind getting creeped out again, right? Go ahead and creep y'all out again. Go ahead and creep y'all out one more time. All right, here we are. Now you see the white boys running out there. They trying to save the kids. They all around the car. The waves is throwing the car. Now look at her now. Look to the right of your screen. That's her. Notice. Just sashaying away while the car throws her babies round and about. And of course, the racist white men are saving the baby.
No, those racist white men are trying to drown them even further. They're taking them out to hold them under the water.
Yeah, we got a bunch of racists out there trying to save the babies. You know, something the mother is not doing. Look what the waves are doing to that car. Look what the waves are doing to that car. But they saved every one of those babies.
What were they thinking about, man?
All right. Every single one of those babies was saved. But let's go down here. It says here, a pregnant woman told her 3 children she was taking them to a better place. A better place before she steered her minivan into the ocean. Authorities have said. Ebony Wilkerson, 32, appeared in court on Saturday to hear 3 counts of attempted murder and 3 counts of child abuse causing great bodily harm. Authorities say Wilkerson locked the vehicle's doors and rolled up the windows before driving into the waves into Daytona Beach, Florida on Tuesday. Wilkerson denied trying to hurt her children, telling investigators she was driving too close to the water and the waves pulled her in. This is another thing. Whenever these hoes get caught, there's always a fucking lie. There's always a story to try to save their ass afterwards. If they don't get to complete the task, and even if they do complete the task, there's always a fucking lie. Oh, I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just driving too close to the water. And the reason why I was walking away while my children were almost being drowned is because my mind was clouded and I was looking for my cell phone. But anyway, her children, age 3, 9, and 10, told authorities a different story after they were rescued by beach safety officers and bystanders. Mom tried to kill us. Mom tried to kill us, Negroes. Mom tried to kill us, they told detectives, according to the charging affidavit. Mom is crazy, the kid said. You know it, kids.
They got that one right.
Oh, yeah. On Saturday, a Florida judge said she found probable cause for the charges and ordered Wilkerson's bond at $1.2 million. Volusia County Sheriff Ben Johnson said Wilkerson of South Carolina was in custody of the sheriff's office after being admitted to hospital for a mental evaluation. The children told authorities they had come to Florida from South Carolina early in the week to escape their father. Authorities, now, that's another thing. Let's stop there. She told the kids, oh, we got to escape your daddy. Yeah, because, see, that's what the children said. They had to get away from Papa. Authorities said they described a history of violence between their parents and said their mother had been acting crazy, speaking to Jesus since they had come to stay with Wilkerson's sister in Daytona Beach. The sister, Jessica Harriet, called 911 hours before the minivan ended up in the ocean, telling the dispatcher she was worried about her sister's mental health. Tim Tessinier, who helped pull the children from the vehicle, said Wilkerson's eyes were wide open and she looked possessed. There's a photo of her just sashaying away like nothing's happening while her kids are drowning. The children are with the Department of Children and Families. 2 days before the incident, Wilkerson told police in South Carolina that she was in a violent fight with her husband of 14 years and had gone to the hospital for treatment, according to an incident report. Myrtle Beach police say they are investigating what happened, but no charges were filed. Wilkerson's husband could not be reached for comment because he's fucking embarrassed that he's been with this crazy bitch all these years. Her sister told the 911 dispatcher she had tried to take Wilkerson to the hospital the day before the minivan ended up in the surf, but Wilkerson had checked herself out. Ms. Howell told the dispatcher that Wilkerson was talking about Jesus and how there are demons in my house and how I'm trying to control her, but I'm trying to keep them safe. After the call to the dispatch, Daytona Beach officers stopped Wilkerson's black Honda Odyssey, and she expressed fear that her husband would be coming to Florida to harm her and her children. The children were sitting quietly, smiling, and showed no signs of distress, the police report said. It was clear during my conversation with Wilkerson was suffering from some form of mental illness, but she was lucid, the Daytona Beach police officer said in the report. Now, she's out now, Bo. She's out. She's been out since 2019. All right? She's out, free as a bird, probably out, right back out there, fucking in the whole nine. All right? Yeah, right back out there, some old Negroes climbing on top of her crazy ass. And we see these cases so much, and it's ironic that she chose this method, folk, because there was another story that happened. There was another story that happened. I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, but let me show you. Here, this lady here, her name is Lashonda Armstrong. And she did the same exact thing in 2011. On April 25th, 2011, tensions erupted today. Hold on. Where is... Oh, this is about... Yeah, we'll come back to that, y'all. We'll come back to that. I got to find the other story. I know I got that one too. See, I know I have that one too. All right. We got it. Just bear with me, folks. Y'all know I'm old. We have it. Says here, suicide mom to kids, you're all dying with me. See that, right? You're all dying with me. If I'm going to die, you're all going to die with me, a distraught mom told her 4 children before plunging her minivan into the Hudson River. But seconds before Lashonda Armstrong drowned with her 3 youngest kids, she told her 10-year-old son, LaShawn, I've made a mistake. And with that, she released the boy's pant leg, and he managed to wiggle from a window and swim to shore. Now listen to that. She released his pant leg. In other words, while they were drowning in the Hudson, she was holding on to his pant leg to keep him from escaping. To keep him from escaping. But I guess she had a second of clarity, let his pants go, and he was able to get out and get away. All right. Those heartbreaking last seconds of his family were recounted to cops by the sole survivor. A passing Good Samaritan quickly picked up the soaking wet LaShawn, who was frantically waving his arms from the New York riverfront after the deaths on Tuesday. He says, my mommy just drove the car into the water, LaShawn explained. He later told police that his mom warned her kids, I'm sorry, I'm going to do something crazy. The tragedy followed a fight between Armstrong and her live-in boyfriend, father to 3 of her children, Landon, 5, Lance, 2, and 11-month-old Lanana, died with their mom. Relatives were reeling. We're doing the best we can, said Armstrong's aunt, who is now caring for young LaShawn. Now, mind you, I believe that Miss Wilkerson, who is the star of our show tonight, let's go ahead and put her on the mic. Let me get her on the mic, you know, just in case she might want to say something. I believe that I believe Miss Wilkerson took a page out of Mrs. Armstrong's playbook. I'm going to drive all my kids into the river. We all going to die, and that's going to be it. And it's always because this is what I don't understand, right? Okay. We know that domestic violence is a thing, right? It is a thing. I get it. But if you've gotten away from the dude, you're in your car, you're safe, you got all the babies with you, where does my next move is to kill myself come in? Or where does that come in? Because obviously you've gotten away from the guy because he's not there. You got all your babies because they are all there. When does it cross their mind to kill themselves and kill the kids too? That's where I'm lost, Brother Taylor. But go ahead. You got it, man. What you got on this?
I got nothing. Nothing. They're certifiable. They're certified, bruh. That's why I sent you this, because I saw this. I remember the story, and I knew she was from South Carolina, and that's why I sent it, bruh. Now, before I forget, because I suffer from CRS, can't remember shit. So I suffer from CRS. Remember, just before you came in, remember the picture Lil Big Nate had put up about the two homosexual white females that killed the whole
6
family.
children. Yes.
But you got out of there before I could I said it over there, but I ain't get to tell you. Remember a few, I say a few, I think it's been like 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. It was a picture that was going viral on the internet of a black boy wearing a hat, the fisherman style hat, that was holding a sign that said "free hugs, pass it on," and they caught the picture of him hugging a white motorcycle cop, and he was crying. I don't know if you remember that picture.
I kind of sort of do.
Okay, matter of fact, let me. Okay, this is in this link, and as soon as you see the picture, because what I'm gonna say, it don't mean nothing until you see the picture. Now here it is. I just put it in there. Now, when you open that and you watch, everybody in your chat gonna go, "Yeah, I remember that boy in the picture." There's a story, and then I'll finish telling you what it is, and it's a goddamn shame.
Okay, we're gonna.
So sometime adopted mamas is just as bad as damn real mamas.
We're gonna put this on the screen, God damn it, because we need the folks to see it. We will put it on the screen.
And why this story? Now I know why it ain't get no traction, just like the Ebony Wilkerson story didn't get any traction. Now they may say, well, Ebony Wilkerson's kids didn't actually die. She just tried to kill them.
Yeah, she just tried.
The picture that everybody will remember is further down.
Okay.
And but in this case, all these kids are dead. Wow. They killed them all. These two, even though they grew their own food, she starved them. I think it's that's an advertisement. It's further down there.
Okay, there we are.
That's them with the kids. All those kids are dead. That one. That's the picture that went viral over the web. That picture right there.
Yeah.
That boy in the story, you know, when Nate had the, you know, that's the one, the homosexual couple that killed them all. That's the boy. That's the third one from the left in the picture that Lil Big Nate had up. That's him.
Wow.
This picture was taken 4 months before them two dykes killed them all. Killed them all.
I talked about this.
That's crazy.
I talked about this the other night a little bit at the end of the show, but I spoke about this last week. I have something called the Momnificent 7.
Yes, I saw that. I saw that with with all of them in they mug shots and they in they prison outfits.
The Momnificent 7, I called them, because every single one of those chicks that I showed everybody the other night killed their children. In fact, let's go ahead and let's do a recap, folks. Let's recap. Let's do a recap, y'all. Let me see here. Let's do a recap. And it was good tonight to see my brother Big Nate talking about this, man. I mean, because I've been, you know me, Brother Taylor, I have been hammering this mama shit since 2017.
But you know, when you doing that, you a sellout, you a ruckus, you a black buffoon, you a coon, you hate yourself. Who hurt you?
You hate your mama.
Your mama black. Your mama black. Yeah.
Yeah, you hate everybody.
Yeah, they kill me with that when they say your mama black. I'm like, shit, my daddy black too. What the fuck that mean?
Oh yeah. And these kids who got murdered, by the way, their mama was black as well.
Yeah, but they leave that out. Well, that's different. Yeah,
that's different.
Yeah. While you looking for it, I'm gonna do your thing. Boom, 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 boom. What's up, Sly?
Super Sly, what's good with it, brother? Good to see you over here, man.
My partner in crime.
Feel free to come up, brother Super Sly, if you got time.
He gonna mess everything up because he gonna be cussing everybody out and yelling and all kind of. Nah, I'm just kidding. That's that's my partner in crime. Him and Truth Teller 410.
Oh yeah, I've always liked Super Sly.
The 3-headed monster.
I don't know what the hell I did with my damn picture, y'all. God damn it. I don't know what I did with my picture, Negroes.
As many times, every time when you log off, I already know what they're gonna say, and I listen to it every time anyway, all the way to the end. I can't help it. I can't help it. I listen to it every time, and the lights come whoop whoop, and he got all scared, huh? He grabbed the steering wheel, huh?
Yeah, that's Dick Gregory, man. That's Baba Gregory.
Yeah. And the police go by and he breathe a sigh relief. They wasn't looking for you, punk.
All right. There they are, folks. The people that I have coined the Momnificent 7. See them. Take a look at them. Look at their eyes. There's nothing behind the eyes of these people, y'all. Nothing. These hoes are dead inside. And this isn't old stuff. I know y'all like, oh, X, you just pulling up old shit. No.
Yeah, but they love pulling up Jim Crow.
Oh, yeah. This lady here at the end, at the right of the screen, this is Mrs. Fallon Harris. She just killed her son, shot him 3 times in the head. I think it was about 2 weeks ago.
Slide down the story on her.
It's pretty fresh, okay? It's pretty fresh. I know this chick here, she suffocated both of her children and then pretended like she didn't have any children and she didn't know who the children were. And she denied knowing their father, and she's just nuts, all right? This lady here to the left, this broad here, killed 2 of her children, put their bodies in the deep freezer, and they were in the deep freezer for 2 years.
She looked like a dude I played college football with.
Yep.
She looked like a dude.
You know, 2 years, those children's bodies were in the deep freezer. And the other two kids, the younger two, because she killed her older two, the younger two obviously were sworn to secrecy because they were going to school and doing all this stuff and never said a word. And it's crazy because I'm thinking, where the hell were these children's fathers? Where were the other family members? No one asked about these children for 2 whole years.
Make that make sense. Make it make sense.
2 whole years. And not just that. I mean, she got them in the deep freezer, so obviously she had the deep freezer at the house. So what? Were they up underneath the frozen beef and the vegetables and the ice cream and the deer meat? Was she telling the other kids, "Oh, get me a pack of chicken out the deep freezer"? And when they go to get the chicken out the deep freezer, they was pulling the chicken off of the top of their dead siblings' faces? Like, I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I just 2 years in the deep freezer.
I wonder, how did she get caught?
She was being evicted. And when she was getting evicted, that's when they discovered the children in there, because an eviction crew was at the house.
Oh, crap. Yeah, and they taking everything out.
They take everything and put it, in the street. The only thing they're not going to take out is, like the appliances and the refrigerator and shit like that. But if you got like a big deep freezer or whatever that you bought, they're going to drag that shit out of there too. And guess what's laying in there? 2 of her children. And they had been in there for 2 freaking years. This chick here in the middle, all right? This chick rode around with 2 malnourished children in the back of her trunk in a suitcase. There was a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old. The 7-year-old weighed 18 pounds. The 5-year-old weighed 20. Do you know how starved a 7-year-old has to be 20 freaking pounds? And the coroner said this had to be months of malnourishment for this to take place. And she literally just was driving around with their bodies in the back of the car. This chick here, this is Miss Newton, Patrice Newton. Patrice Newton murdered her children in 1987. She also murdered her husband. There was this big campaign to get her off of death row because everybody was saying she was innocent. You can look at this bitch, ain't nothing innocent about her black ass. She was eventually executed in 2005.
Yeah, they killed her in Texas.
Yeah,
they killed her here.
Yep, she was the first black woman executed on Texas's death row in modern times. And guess what? I don't give a shit. You kill your kids, bitch, they need to give you the gas, the needle, hang you, do all that shit at once.
Run you over with a truck.
Yep. Run you over, shoot your body, just riddle your body with machine gun bullets. Just do all that shit at once. Do it all at once. Run you over with a truck, hang you, and while you hanging there, give your ass some cyanide, some electricity, and also quarter your ass as I stand there and shoot you with a machine gun. I wanna be part of it.
you want your pound of flesh.
Oh yeah. Let me shoot the machine gun. Let me pull the fucking lever. Let me drive the truck that kills this hoe. Yes, you kill your kids, you get to join them.
National women's advocacy groups, they were all here. They were here. They were at the state capitol going all crazy. And I tell people, now, dude, X, I got a question for you. Think about this. You a married man?
Yes.
Okay. Your wife watching this say, this is crazy, this and that and other. I'm going to Texas to join this fembot group that's going to go out here and try to save this woman.
Stay there.
I'm quite sure you be looking at her like, have you lost? He said, don't come
come back. Just don't just don't come back. Just go ahead and just stay there.
But now I'm quite sure there's the bulk, because you know the bulk of them rooks, crows, and harlots are fucking single. These libtard feminist groups, them ain't most of them are single. Ain't nobody willing to wed them. But every now and again, you will got one that got to do. What kind of dude are they married to?
Yeah, man. I mean, because you have to know that these chicks are nuts. I heard somebody talking today about this lady here in front of us, you know, Blondie here.
Weaving it up, Miss Weaving.
Yeah. She killed her kids in a convenience store bathroom. She had a 1-year-old and I believe a 2-month-old. And she stabbed them dead in the bathroom. And I believe her black ass got off on some insanity shit. All right. She got off on some insanity shit. And this chick at the very end who leads up the Momnificent 7, as I call them, she also killed her kids, left their bodies in the house. And the day that they discovered the bodies in the house, because a janitor discovered their bodies after he smelled the decomposition, the day that they were discovered, earlier that day, she was actually out in the street, high as a kite, just acting like nothing's going on, you know, just high in the street, just like nothing's happening. And this was the day that they discovered them. But by the time they discovered the babies, they had decomposed like so bad, and the smell was so bad that the janitor of the building called the police because he could smell the decomp from the hallway.
Wow. That means somebody else smelled it and didn't say nothing.
Oh, absolutely not. And, you know, she's just walking around in there, you know. She's just walking around.
Well, she crazy. She can't smell it. She crazy.
Oh, yeah, she's crazy. But see, this is the thing with that crazy shit, right? And shout out to Brother Super Sly for that $3 super chat. I appreciate that, Brother Super Sly. You know, when you drop coins on this here platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Yeah, she was just walking around, you know, acting like nothing's happening. You know, the babies is inside the crib, their body's just decomposing, and she's just walking in and out of there like she don't smell it. So, I mean, what do you do when you hear this kind of stuff? It's like, because you always hear this fucking trope about black women not being protected, they're the most unprotected and all this kind of nonsense, which I don't fucking believe. I believe the most unprotected people in black society are black children, and the reason why they're the most unprotected is because they gotta be living with their black ass mamas. That's
but they're not the most unprotected. They keep selling that thing. That's a lie. Yeah. They are not the most right now. The two protected classes is any black female and anybody that's from the rainbow community. Those are the most protected people from red state, blue state, big city, small town. It don't matter. They are untouchable except from each other. Because you know, because black people, you can slaughter each other. You let right now just any old black woman call the police and say Al Sharpton proved it. Four white boys done this to me, right? Nobody looked for proof. You know, they weren't innocent until proven guilty. Nope. Nobody gave them. Well, of course, you're a white male. You had to do it, right? And they soaked their asses up until they found out they didn't do it.
Exactly.
Do you remember Al Charlatan going on TV live like he done before? Do you remember him going on TV saying my bad?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is the thing. Shit. This is the thing. If they cry wolf, people come running, right?
Yes.
people come running. And then once you prove that this hoe done lied, no one apologizes,
No,
including
man,
her.
Al Sharpton never apologized for a goddamn thing.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And there were a lot of people who came and you talking about the Brawley case, right? You talking about
Tawana Brawley.
Tawana Brawley. And a lot of people came out. Bill Cosby was there, and all these folks was there. Oh my God, we gotta protect this child. These white folks, they raped her and put feces on her and all this old kind of foolishness.
And it was a lie.
Come to find out, her black ass was lying. All she did was go and hang her black ass out, probably went out, sucked some dicks, and realized that she was gonna get in trouble. And let me tell this elaborate fucking story about these white racists who took a dump in a bag and wrote all over my body. And see, it spun out of control because she didn't think it was going to turn into, the news and Al Sharpton and Bill Cosby and all these other fools showing up. All right. And it becoming a thing.
Yeah.
Becoming a thing, because see, where she did this shit at was where I used to live at. All this happened in Hudson Valley. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this happened in Hudson Valley.
Yeah, because I know Duke is in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. All this shit happened in Hudson Valley with Tawana Brawley. And the crazy thing is, I knew some people. All right. I worked with some people who knew these guys whose lives were fucking ruined by the story, because they talked about it. They would talk about it at work. Yeah, they would talk about it. Like how these fucking dudes' lives were fucking ruined over this shit. And it was all over a fucking lie. All right? A lie. But this is kind of what they do. I mean, if something goes wrong, if they try to kill the kids or kill the kids, the first thing they do is fucking lie. The first thing they do is lie. That's it. They're going to come right out with a fucking lie and try to save their ass. Now, they always talk about this insanity shit, right? Oh, this bitch is so insane. She doesn't know what's going on. She's crazy. She was out of her mind. She couldn't figure out what was happening. The demons were talking, and she was talking to Jesus and Lucifer all at the same time, But you look at them afterwards. Number one, the fucking whores lie like a motherfucker. Let's start there. They have the wherewithal to lie like a fucking rug. But let's take Miss Wilkerson here. Let's take, being that, she's our star tonight. Let's have a look at Miss Wilkerson with her crazy self. Let's have a look at old Miss Crazy. Yeah, let's have a look at her, because she's nuts, right? Now you see her here in her mug shots, and you see her, in court.
She ain't crazy. She calculating.
Right? Yeah, she's fucking calculating. Because notice, this bitch is so crazy, but look at these pictures.
Yeah, Charles Manson wasn't crazy.
Look at these pictures.
Yeah.
Look
she knew what she was doing.
Dude, that bitch look like she's just like this insane person. Because notice, she's fucking crazy, but when you see her,
and when she talks, she sound like the regular old chick down the street.
Oh yeah. And not only that, whenever you see this bitch, a different wig. She's crazy, but she has enough sense to change wigs.
What do you call it? Yeah. She's a functioning like a functioning alcoholic, right? Something.
I'm
She's
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
However,
but I always got on a different wig. Look. I'm crazy.
But she weave. Now, wait a minute.
But I got
Where
a
is she
different
getting
wig
money?
on.
Where is she getting money to buy these weaves and wigs and stuff?
Yeah.
Where's she getting the money? Does she have a job?
Yeah, different looks.
Is she employed?
Different wigs. Yeah.
Is she employed? Or the state just give her money?
She's bonkers. She's bonkers, but not so bonkers that her fucking weave changes every fucking court appearance. She's crazy now, but boy, she makes sure that motherfucking wig on.
Boy, look here. And I got one. Now, you're going to have to explain this one to me, Brother X. You got to explain this. If anybody, hey, shout out Little Big Nate. No, don't forget about Duke Lacrosse. Little Big Nate, but everybody, that Crystal Gale Magum chick from the Duke Lacrosse thing that said that she was raped at the Duke Lacrosse thing. And then after all that bullshit went on, a lot of people don't know she was arrested in 2010 for attempted murder of her live-in damn boyfriend, and she was convicted on contributing to the delinquency of a juvenile, and she was found guilty of second-degree murder after stabbing her boyfriend to death. His name was Reginald something. I don't remember. She was only sentenced to 14 years for stabbing her boyfriend to death in 2013. The chick from the Duke Lacrosse thing, Crystal Mangum. If that was, look, flip it around, X. I stabbed I don't have a live-in girlfriend, but anyway, let's just play along. I stabbed to death my live-in girlfriend. Stab her to death. She died. 14 years?
Yep.
That's it?
That's it. That's it. Just like I was saying about, because this chick here, Ebony Wilkerson, a few years before that, she actually killed somebody in a car accident. She killed somebody in a car accident a few years before that, but all she got from it was like community service.
Wow.
So she's been shucking, any fucking legal ramifications for a while, because like I said, 3 kids in the car. You drive the car into the fucking Atlantic Ocean. That's 3 counts, because they did charge her with attempted murder, but I believe all the charges was reduced because she's batty wackles. She convinced them that she was batty wackles. So you heard what you heard. Y'all heard it yourselves on the video.
I heard it myself. I'm gonna put that story in there too.
She was in a residential treatment center for 5 fucking years for driving her 3 children into the fucking ocean. All right. 3 fucking children she tried to kill. I showed y'all the video at the beginning, and I'm going to show y'all when the stream is over. Those kids were hanging out the window screaming, "Help, help, my mom is crazy, help, help, she's trying to kill us."
And now they talking about shit. They want to spend time with her. The world is upside down, bro.
Yes, it is, because but I've always said this, me, when it comes to these old mamas, Brother Taylor, I've said before, it don't matter what your mama do to you, boy. She could shoot your ass and run your ass over with the car, and goddamn it, you'll be getting up off the ground with half a fucking head, limping over there. Oh, mama, oh, mama, yeah.
And it's like moths to a flame. They can't get away from they old crazy ass mom. Bruh. Hey Celine, bruh, answer me this. How can you stand on the side of my body, my choice? What do you call it? Abortion should be a right. I shouldn't have to ask nobody to do nothing, even the mofo that helped me produce it. How can you go from that? How can you go from that to when a dude kills, if a dude kills a pregnant woman, he's charged with 2 counts of murder, right?
Yes.
One for the baby
and one for her.
and one for the carrier of the baby.
Yep.
So because he took so I say, well, why isn't he charged for one? And that same libtard leftist chick will say, because he killed the baby.
Yeah.
But then you like, well, wait a minute. But is it okay for you to kill a baby? Well, it's different. It's my body, my choice. No, because that baby has its own heart. The baby may even have a different blood type than yours. The DNA of that baby will be different. The genome type of that baby will be different. You will share some, but you won't share it all. Exactly. You can survive outside of the baby can survive outside of you and vice versa. So you are but a carrier. It sounds crude, but let's stick to science. But if this dude is going to get charged with 2 counts of murder, how is it that you're not charged with a count of murder? And in the case of Miss Goofball driving off in the Atlantic in Florida, how come she wasn't charged with a separate case of attempted murder of her unborn child?
Exactly.
But they didn't charge her with the unborn child. They only charged her with the other shit. But if a man would have shot that same lady, or if a man was driving the van and that same lady was in there, they would have charged him with attempted murder of that unborn child.
Absolutely.
And that's why I say the game is rigged. Now, guess what? I ain't even mad at the chicks. Because when the game is rigged in your position, in your favor, you just shut the fuck up about it, right?
Exactly.
But the thing is, who wrote the laws? Because, of course, white men were running the judicial system to put these laws in place to fuck up other men. Make that make sense.
It's the craziest of things.
Oh, what do you say? How the fuck did we get here?
Yeah. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, where the fuck are we going? I mean,
straight off a cliff, bro.
Oh yeah, straight into the ocean, like like Ebony Wilkerson's car, straight into the fucking ocean.
No pun intended, right?
Straight into the fucking ocean. But shout out to Lady Tommy Jean with the $4.99 super sticker. I appreciate that, Lady Tommy Jean. You get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. And this is the thing, like you said, even if she didn't have to be in the car, right? If a man had put those 3 babies in that car and drove that fucking car into that ocean, he'd still be in prison.
Yes.
He'd still be in prison.
He'd be giving interviews from fucking Rikers Island.
Oh yeah.
Sing Sing.
Oh yeah. and I was insane at that moment. Wouldn't have flew. That shit don't fly for men. It would not have flew.
Is Sing Sing still open?
Because
you lived in New York.
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
I believe so.
I was just in questioning. I'm like, dang, is Sing Sing still? I know Rikers Island is still.
Yeah, that's never going anywhere. They actually have a boat there now that's like an extension of the jail. So
really,
you know,
what
oh
is
yeah,
the boat for?
it's been there for years. It's part of the jail. It's
A
part
boat?
of it. Yeah,
What do they
yeah.
use it for?
To lock motherfuckers up.
A boat? You're
it's
kidding me.
It's a floating prison.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, it's a floating prison.
I want to look that up. That
Yeah.
sounds interesting as hell.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. It's been there. It's been there for years. It's been there for at least.
So what do
20
you
years.
have to do to have the privilege to get locked up on a boat?
I think they put their overflow in there. Like if there's too many, if it gets too crowded, they put you in the boat prison because it's a jail. I mean, it's a floating jail. So I think they use it for their overflow. If it gets too crowded, or I guess you're a special custody a prisoner, you go on the floating jail. Yeah, you get to go on the floating jail ship.
Wow. I didn't know that. Like they say, when they say you learn some new shit every day.
Oh, yeah, it's there. It's there.
I love learning shit anytime I can.
It's there. It is definitely there. And y'all need to hit that damn like button, Negroes. God damn it, you're here. I know you like it. I know I know I'm probably describing stuff that you remember from your old mama. I know I am. I'm sorry. But these are the things that X talks about. Why? Because I feel like there are so many young black children that are in trouble. There are so many young black children who go through this shit. And some of them will not survive this, folks. They will not survive it. Some of you went through this shit. Now, I don't expect you to raise your hand and say, yeah, X, me. But you don't have to, because I know you Negroes went through it. I know some of you did. I know you had that mama who starved you, whooped you, let her old boyfriend be up in your room at night. I know some of you know these stories. And if it's not your story, it's your brother's story, your sister's story, your aunt's story, your cousin's story, your niece's story, your nephew's story. That's just the truth. That's why it upsets us so much, because we know many of us are connected to this shit. It may not be all of us. It may not be most of us, but some of us, we went through some of this shit, especially those of us who was raised by these old mamas. That's just the truth. And Brother Nate, check your email, brother, if you want to come through, Brother Big Nate. That's just the truth, man. A lot of us went through this crap. Why? Because we was being raised by our old mama. And let me ask, better yet, I'll let the minister ask this question of you folks.
No, sell it to the people. Sell it to the people and sell it to the world. You tell us single motherhood is good. How have we benefited from single motherhood? Some of you niggas just survived it. You just survived it.
Yeah. A lot of you just survived it.
My girl Ann Coulter on the side, and Negro chicks mad as hell because Ann Coulter, she out on pictures and whatnot, she got her a black man. Them chicks, because chicks hate that. I mean, because leftists hate Ann Coulter.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, they like, now wait a minute, because but the thing is, he asked her one time during the show, would she ever entertain the idea of dating a black man? She said, I never ruled out dating a black man. It's all, I got certain things, this, that, and other, self-sufficient, conservative, and all this other shit. And guess what? They got pictures of them at some restaurant like 3 months later, her and the same dude that they passed the mic to and asked, would she date a black man in the audience, and they date.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, because I saw her some years back on TV, and
I saw her in person
and
at
she
the
was,
University of Texas.
oh shit, I saw her some years back on TV, and she was trying to flirt. She was trying to holler at what's his name? Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont Hill.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a clown.
Oh yeah, I think the guy's fucking ridiculous. But some years back, she was like flirting with him on like some show. You know, she was trying to holler at him too. I was like, shit, look at Ann Coulter trying to fuck with the brothers.
Yeah, and Coulter mess. She always be around. She always be around the brothers. But the thing is, she ain't around. She knows she can't be around black women, because a lot of white women then had to figure out. Them black chicks, they ain't your friends.
Oh yeah, they're not.
They ain't your friends. They want, because they using you for leverage, either to get the Brad or just for leverage. They can't stand you because they figure you got access to dudes that we can't get. But the thing is, most of them know, ain't realize it ain't that you can't get them. You just don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Half of the problems, me and you, we up there in age. So we know a little something.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Been around many blocks.
Half, man, I done built the block and started. If they understood, they could get way more cooperation if they just, I ain't saying be no rug for somebody to walk over you or treat you like shit or nothing like that. Just shut the fuck up sometime.
Yeah.
Just stop complaining so much sometime. I mean, I had a hard day lugging shit in the washing machine. Your man is a brick mason. Okay? Your man is a brick mason. Your man works in concrete. Your man wires electrical conduit and building. And you want to complain to him about a washing machine? You know what I'm saying? Your man he's a diesel engine mechanic.
Yeah.
You know, how about this? How about sometime just give dude a break? He been getting beat up. You get beat up at work. I tell people, X, I would love to have you at one of my impound yards for one weekend. On Monday morning, you be like, I need the first ticket out of this motherfucker, Nick. Fuck you. You can keep this shit.
Keep this shit.
I tell people, think about it. Just imagine running a damn police impound yard. You get all the shit. You better be ready to take all the smoke because it's coming. Yeah. But half of the problems they have is they don't know when to step up and they don't know when to shut up.
Yeah.
Because when a dude is tired of listening to you, when he done, I mean, I ain't saying fight and this, that, and other. Look, I done been done at times in my life before, relationship wise. I'm sure you have too before you was married. Absolutely. Couldn't nobody tell you nothing.
Absolutely.
You wasn't no arguing. You ain't doing no fussing. You ain't moving no furniture around. You ain't doing shit. When I'm done with you, I hear Charlie Brown's teacher. Womp, 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 womp. I'm done.
Yep. Gone.
Half of their problems could be fixed if they just shut the fuck up.
Absolutely. Especially when you're talking about dealing with white dudes. And shout out to brother Leon from 411 Talk Zone radio show. Y'all need to get on down there and check my brother Leon out. He's an OG. He been around a while, and he does good shit. So y'all need to get on down there and check out my brother Leon at 411 Talk Zone Radio. I appreciate that. 411 brother Leon, that $10 super chat. He says these mamas are delusional because they think the world revolves around them. Exactly, brother Leon. So you know you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. But you're right, though. I mean, look at the girl. Well, the girl, what's her name? Gabby Petito. She was out there on this trip, you know, with this guy, and you know, the white man don't play that shit. You go to talking crazy and talking shit, they find your body laying in the woods some fucking where. They find your body laying in the desert. Just ask Miss Petito. All right? Miss Petito, they said they was out there fighting and all this kind of nonsense. And guess what? He returned to Florida. She did not. Because he wasn't trying to hear that shit. She got on his motherfucking nerve out there. Allegedly. Yeah, brother.
Allegedly. What's this? Oh, man, what's this movie? It's a Quentin Tarantino film. It got Robert De Niro in it. It got Samuel L. Jackson in it. Because I know Robert De Niro had just got out of the pen. Oh, God. What was this? Because Samuel L. Jackson was selling guns and shit. God damn it. Go ahead, bro. I can't remember the name of the movie. It's a scene in that movie that sums up what you just said. Let me see.
Because, see, when it comes to white men, they give about as much a damn about these women as these women give a damn about these kids. Y'all know how those women that just kill these kids haphazardly for any old thing. Guess what? The white man will kill one of you hoes over any old thing. God damn it. He treats you the way you treat your children. God damn it. Especially your black hoes. He will treat you the same way you treat your children. So if you're fucking with the white man, don't be talking shit on a cross country trip, because see, he gonna return. Your ass ain't. All right, you're gonna find your body laying in the middle of the fucking desert somewhere, fucking decomposing. That's what's going on. And also, damn, I forgot to mention, there is the option to join the T.P.O.T YouTube page, y'all. I went ahead and let somebody convince my ass to put that on there. So if you feel the need to join this damn channel, go right ahead. I won't force your hand, but I won't try to dissuade you either. All right. Yeah. I remember. I knew she was dead, though. Yeah. I knew she was dead, though. I mean, when I first saw it, you know, because my wife was showing me, she was like, "Oh, you know, I was like, that girl dead." I said, she's dead, because, you know, they had the clip up there where, you know, they was talking about they was fighting. She fucked around and tried some of that bullshit after that, and he just went ahead and killed her ass and jumped in the goddamn van and drove on back to Florida. Yeah, drove on back. White men don't play that shit. The white man will put your ass in that wood chipper, girl. You know why? Because, see, white men, they not used to their old mammy all loud, talking shit. This old single bitch just yelling and screaming and whooping on them all the time. See, they're not used to that shit. See, us black men, we used to that shit, you know, because we grow up with our black ass mamas, and the hoes that we fuck with act just like them. So we think it's normal. Yeah, we think it's normal for these fucking women to be talking shit and doing all this bullshit. We think it's perfectly normal. So we put up with it. The white man, not so much. You one of these hoes get with one of these white men, and that black hood bitch come out of you. That's probably the last time we see your ass. Yeah, that'll probably be the last time we see you. You get hood on the white man, you find yourself dead in the bushes. I'm just saying. But when it comes to these women, right? They will kill their children. If they don't kill the children, they damn near kill them. They will starve them to death. They will abuse them. They will allow other people to abuse them, right? They will allow these children to be molested. They will leave these kids alone for days on end. So I'm not shocked. Hey, what's good, brother Perfect Black? I see you up there, my Chi-Town brother in the house. They will do these things to these kids, and they do it nonchalantly. It's like they don't have a care in the world. You see the Momnificent Seven. You've seen them. All of those women had the same look in their fucking eye. All of them. They are soulless, man. There's nothing behind those eyes, y'all. These hoes are nuts. It's just that they're functional nuts. Yeah, they're functional nuts. You know, they got a job and all this kind of shit. But
changing their wigs.
Yeah, they swap wigs. You know, they got 99 wigs and all this kind of shit. They can still do their makeup, you know, and still try to dress up and try to chase penises and all that kind of shit. But they got 2 of their babies in the deep freezer. They got 2 of their babies down in the basement wrapped in plastic. They got 2 of their babies in the trunk of the fucking car in a suitcase. And they're just walking around like nothing's happening. Probably hollering at dudes in the whole nine while the babies is in the damn deep freezer. They hollering at dudes. Probably invited a couple dudes over.
Hell, then you know it's dudes in them houses.
Yeah. Got a couple dudes over there. He in there smashing. He in there knocking boots. And there's 2 dead babies in the goddamn deep freezer. I mean,
dude, I mean, they ain't shit either. I know you done seen this too, X. I done seen dudes talk shit. Man, Jaleesa, yeah, man, fuck that hoe. That hoe ain't shit, man. Oh, worthless ass. And then you see him coming out of her house. Hey, man, I thought she wasn't shit. You, but you know, I'm still gonna get a little cut up and now. I leave him alone too. He just as dumb as she is. He just got a dick. He just as dumb as she is.
Creeping out of there at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But and you shit talking shit about but dude, I don't care what you do. Just stop talking shit about her then. If you still gonna get out with it, just shut up.
Yeah. Well, I think that there's flags there. Especially when you're talking about, you know, because you know a lot of women are nuts, but not all of them kill their children. All right, not all of them kill the kids. Yeah, so that's a different kind of nuts.
Yeah,
and I think that there's often red flags that shine through, and I think brothers just ignore them. They just ignore those red flags, you know, because I don't think a woman just wakes up one day and kills her children out of nowhere. That's something that's been building up.
Yeah,
that's
been festering.
Yeah. That's not. She don't go to sleep on Friday night and wake up Saturday morning and shoot her fucking kids.
Another one shot her husband too. Killed the husband and the kid.
Oh yeah.
And so the movie, I'm sorry.
This isn't new. She did that in 1987. So you know these hoes been doing this for a while. All right. This ain't new. This ain't no new phenomenon, y'all, where, you know, I know it's been some recent stories of these old hoes killing their kids, but this isn't a new phenomenon. This is something that's been going on for a while. You know why? Because not only are these fucking hoes crazy, they are super fucking selfish. All right. They super selfish because they're not thinking about the life of that kid. They're not thinking about the goddamn future of that kid. They're not thinking about none of that shit. Uh-oh, brother George Macon is in the house. What's good with it, brother Macon? Good to see you here, brother. Good to see you here, brother Macon. All the heavy hitters coming through tonight. God damn it.
Yeah,
God damn it.
I'm looking at the GPS because you know me, I'm running 3 monitors, and I'm looking at the last truck coming in. I got about a good 10-15 minutes before he be here. I got to get him unloaded. The movie I was trying to think of was Jackie Brown. Remember with Pam Grier?
Yes.
The Tarantino film. It was a scene with De Niro and the chick that was Samuel L. Jackson's girlfriend, the white chick, the little white chick. I don't remember her name. They were walking through the parking lot looking for the van. They, the getaway, so they can get, and he couldn't remember where he parked. And she was ribbing him. I don't know if you've seen the movie. Where's the van? Oh, great, Lewis. So where's the van, Lou? And he like, just be quiet. Let me think. I'm trying to think. To think, you don't know how to think, Lewis. And now she's mocking him, walking around. And he said that, look, just be quiet. Don't say nothing else. Just be quiet. Just shut up. Don't say another word, okay? And he took off walking, and she started talking again, and he turned around and shot her twice in the stomach and once in the face.
Oh, shit.
Shut up, girl. Shut your mouth.
Yeah, and then when he said then when he found the van, he looked back at her dead body, say, "Yeah, it was right where I thought it was," and she's dead. And he got in the van, drove off, told Samuel L. Jackson when he asked, I can't remember her name, "Where's Betty?" I shot you. You shot her. Yeah, is she dead? And he said, "Yeah." Are you sure? And he said, "Yeah." He said, man, he was all broke up. He said, well, where did you shoot her? And he said, twice in the stomach and once in the face. Samuel L. Jackson paused and said, well, good thing she did. We can't have no bitch like that around here giving up our plans. That was a trip. That was a trip. Now, he eventually killed Lewis, but he didn't kill him over her. He killed him over his money. But yeah, he should just shut up. Some motherfuckers don't give a fuck how good you think you look. Some motherfuckers don't give a fuck how bad you think you are, or none of this other shit. Some motherfuckers will kill you. Shut up.
Shut up, girl. Shut up.
It was in the movie Jackie Brown with Pam Grier.
I gotta check that out, dude. I've never seen it.
You never seen the movie Jackie Brown?
Jackie Brown. I'm gonna check that out.
It's a Quentin Tarantino film. You got Pam Grier, you're gonna have Samuel L. Jackson in a Quentin Tarantino thing. Robert Forster, Bridget Fonda, Robert De Niro, Michael Keaton. The movie was packed.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely check that out. Definitely.
It came out in the 90s.
Yeah.
90 something late.
97. It says 97.
Oh, it's 97. Yeah. I knew it was the 90s. But go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let you because I'm sitting here watching this GPS here with this last truck coming in.
Yeah, I know you working, but we've been joined by my brother. Brother, Big Nate is in the house. What's good with? Oh shit, my brother KIT is in the house as well. Damn, everybody here tonight. It's a party. Goddamn party on T.P.O.T tonight. God damn it. Go ahead, brother Nate. You got it.
If you could, again, real quick, just fill me in on what this lady did, because I'm not familiar with it.
I can do better than that. Okay. My brother.
I guess today's Mama's Day in a real weird way.
Oh yeah.
It's Mama's Day.
I can do better than that.
It's a horror film called Mother's Day. And I was too young. I don't know what the hell my mom and dad was thinking, letting me go to the movies with my friends to see because I liked horror. It's a horror movie called Mother's Day. And this was in the 80s. I went and saw Terror Train and Mother's Day and one of the Friday the 13th doing the same. Man, I couldn't sleep that night. I wasn't worth a shit.
Yeah, we grew up at a time, gentlemen, when movies could scare you. Nigga, The Exorcist shook me. Watching that Reagan chick turn her head around like that, nigga, that shit. Woo!
The Exorcist had me fucked up.
Had me shook, nigga. I'm telling you, dog.
The Exorcist, I will admit, The Exorcist had me fucked up, and Terror Train had me.
I've never seen Terror Train.
Oh my God!
What the hell is Terror Train?
Terror Train. But people, they're on the train. You know, it's not like the Orient Express, but you know what I mean. But people getting killed on the magician. Copperfield was in the movie. He got killed because everybody was thinking it was him, the magician, the weird macabre ass magician, and it wasn't him. It was somebody else. Because when they, you know, the case that, you know, like the big suitcase that you put the lady in, saw the lady in half, or, you know, stick the knives through her and whatnot. That case, that's where they found David Copperfield dead. So they like, oh shit, he ain't the killer, it's somebody else. And that part, and
my bad, y'all. My goddamn internet went out for like 4 minutes.
No, we were good.
I don't know what just happened over here, but let me see. Because I can show you better than I can tell you.
Go right ahead, sir. Go right ahead.
Brother Big Nate. Let's see.
Oh.
Got so many of these goddamn things. I got to file through them.
Yeah. Amityville Horror was scary, George Macon. You right. Amityville Horror was another one. That one was scary.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, dog. The first one, yes. And Friday the 13th. That shit shook me too, dog, back in the day.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger, and then what? Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger.
We had scary movies, dog. We had like legit scary movies.
Of course, it's got to be a damn commercial when I pull the damn.
Well, of course, they got to get their shit out.
Damn it!
The original Evil Dead scared me to death. I didn't see that one. I knew about it, but I didn't go see it. Attack of the Killer Clown from Outer Space.
Yeah, you got me on that one too.
Keep a techie beat, man. What you doing, bro?
You got volume on? Oh, you're not gonna play the volume?
Oh, damn! This is the wrong goddamn thing.
What happened?
The wrong shit. This is some other shit. Hold on. This some other shit. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, there's some other shit.
How about what was the movie? Red Rum, Jack Nicholson. What was that?
This is some other shit.
Nick Taylor, you know what I'm talking about?
No. Children of the Corn. I like Children of the Corn, though.
No, but
I'm just reading.
They were at the hotel. Jack Nicholson was at the hotel with his wife and his son.
Yeah. Shelley. Yeah, Shelley.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Played Popeye in the movie.
Yeah.
Played Olive Oil.
Olive Oil. Yeah. Shelley.
What was that movie?
Because Here's Johnny.
Yes, dude, that was terrifying.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that movie?
The Shining.
The Shining. Yes, dude. Another legit scary fucking movie when I was
I'm putting the link to Terror Train in the deal. Dude, I'm trying to tell you, Terror Train had me fucked up, okay? And I ain't no scary motherfucker. Scary motherfucker.
Here we go, brother Big Nate.
I'm ready.
All right, good deal. Mom drives into ocean. Oh my God. Could have left Mom in there.
Now notice her at the right of the screen, right? That's her. Look at her.
Oh, she just walking away from her van full of children.
Not even looking back. I think she's got like her cell phone in her fucking hand.
Fucking whores. Ugh.
And of course, the racist white men go out there and
try to save the black. Well, is she black?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and they're saving these.
Of course she is.
Gotcha.
Of course she's black.
Well, Zaddy always comes to the rescue. Exactly.
Yeah, the racist white men. You know, they go out there and save the babies that she tries to drown.
Right.
Notice how you see her look to the right of the screen in the backdrop. I made sure I caught that image. There's Miss Wilkerson walking away while the racist white men save her children from the car. So,
well, you know, it's good to see that Black Lives Matter to somebody. Good to see that. Good to see
Yeah,
that.
right. Yeah, to
Yeah,
white
Black
people
Lives
saving
Matter
her.
to
Yeah, the
some
white
white
people
dude.
saving her kids. Yeah.
Wow, dog. Oh, dude. Again, it's Mother's Day. I gave you 3 stories on my channel earlier. One woman overdosing and dying in a car with her babies. Another woman took her daughter that she had with one gentleman. She had another child with another gentleman, moved across country from Jersey to Arizona. Court order was given for that woman to give that man his daughter back in Jersey. Instead of giving back the daughter, she kills both of the daughters. The second baby daddy's daughter and the first baby daddy daughter. Killed them both.
Of course.
And of course, the video of the young Black woman pointing a gun at her second baby daddy while he holds their daughter. Pointing a gun at him. A loaded pistol while this nigga holds your daughter. Yeah, man, it's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. So all of this is an example of what happens to not just Black women, but American women when they are not ridiculed and called out by men. This society has moved so far away from the idea that a man can correct a woman. That's what we're supposed to do. You're supposed to let a woman know when she's out of pocket. You're supposed to let a woman know when she you're the one that's supposed to take corrective measures with women. Women are supposed to too. You depend on the wise and the learned, more mature women in your society to do that. But unfortunately, a lot of the ones in our society, Mr. Taylor, they've died off. There's not a lot of wise women out there to educate these young girls.
No.
Just aren't, man.
They're gone. They're dying off, and the men are dying off too. The men that reared us, they're dying off.
Yes, sir.
That's why I'm doing my damnedest to carry the mantle. I got my I'm carrying the mantle on and for the Taylor and Andrews clan. That is my mission.
I'm back. Having some damn internet problems over here, y'all. I don't know what the
That's
fuck is going on.
That's because you own Black Mama network service and they don't like that shit. They like, he over there talking about us. Who the hell he think he is?
My shit fucking up over here. But yeah, let me show you this, brother Big Nate. I think you'll find this interesting. I think you will find this interesting, my brother. Let's see. Go here. Here.
What's the solution, Mr. Taylor? Do you have outside, my solution is to separate and only deal with like-minded Black people and like-minded Americans. Do you have a solution outside of that might work?
I don't, man. I'm telling you, my circle is so small, and being I live in a small community, it's easy to keep it small like this. And I just try to stay, I just try to stay the hell away from people that I deem right off the bat that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That ain't worth because you can't fix them. You can't.
They can fix themselves if they wanted to, but you can't. No.
Yeah, it's just like a person. We all known a friend or a family member that was on crack. You can't get them off crack. They can't get off crack until they ready to get off crack. Ain't nothing you can do until they are ready to get off a crack.
Yeah, they usually have to hit rock bottom. They usually they got to hit rock bottom, man. They got to hit rock bottom and be willing to get up and stand up straight, because a lot of them hit rock bottom, get straight, and hit rock bottom again. I know I had dopers in my family where they would steal shit from the house, steal my father's equipment, all kinds of
during the 80s and 90s.
Stupid shit, man. Stupid shit. Yeah, stupid shit, man. And they just couldn't get off that shit, man. That shit had them, boy. That shit was calling them, man. You know, that shit was calling them like Pookie on goddamn that shit was calling them. They couldn't get away from that shit. Well, that shit
Jack
had,
City.
yeah, that shit had them under control, man. You know, they don't care about that shit, man. It grips them so hard, man. They can't break free. I grew up with some people, man. Went to high school with some people, man, who actually overdosed on crack, overdosed on
crack.
fucking
Wow.
yeah, overdosed on cocaine. Because back then they weren't just smoking it; they were also shooting it up.
Yeah, I knew a dude named Doug
Yeah, they were shooting it up.
that used to shoot up because he said smoking it, he couldn't get it wouldn't get high off of he couldn't get high off of smoking it.
For a while,
so he started shooting it, and that's
Yeah.
how he got high off of it.
Yeah, they were shooting it up, man. I shit, about 4 or 5 people that I went to high school with. By the time we were 23, they were dead from shooting that shit up. They found them in their found them in their house with like the needle still stuck in their arm and shit. You know, that kind of shit. Like using it like it was heroin.
Did y'all see the series The Corner on HBO with Charles S. Dutton?
I never watched it. I know of the show.
Yeah,
I
me
know
too.
of it, but I never at that stage in my life, I couldn't watch nothing like that. I was now, dude, I'm telling you, I was in a whole different lane. I mean, Rap City, BET, The Corner, HBO's. I'm not knocking on that stuff. I was just on a totally different grind. I went back to my Renaissance era of reading and scripture and that's where I was at then. I went back. I doubled back to the books that I was forced to read due to being a political science student and having a grandfather that was fun fact. My grandfather was the first Black director of a public library in the state of Michigan. My grandfather was the director of the Utley Branch Library in Detroit. How about that?
My grandmother was like the first Black and female director of the YMCA in New York and Queens.
Wow.
Yes.
So
I mean, we come from such a rich history, man, to see what we've been reduced to, dog.
Yeah. I mean, but people like, man, your granddaddy run a library? Shit. Just so you know, dude, I done read it. You name it, I've read, growing up with him, being raised by him.
Wow.
You read it. Fahrenheit 5, read it. Brothers Karamazov, read it. Les Miserables, read it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? God dang it. Lord of the Flies, read it. I read Lord of the Flies. Probably I couldn't have been no more than 12.
Oh, wow.
Hell, I read, before I made it to high school, I read Lord of the Flies, Les Miserables, everything by Fyodor Dostoevsky, everything by Friedrich Nietzsche, The Road to Serfdom,
Brother Taylor?
No, we got him. I'm listening to him.
Or is that on my end?
That's on your end, bro. He's talking.
Yeah, Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Oh, I can hear X. I can hear him.
Yeah.
Well,
all that stuff. I read all that before.
A little bit of technical difficulties in the old T.P.O.T. goddamn studio tonight, man.
Well, that's fine. I'm looking. I got like about 4 minutes anyway, and I gotta get go down here and open the gate. You don't realize how wide 5 acres is till you got to walk from one corner to the other.
Yeah,
you got a lot that's 5 acres. Wow.
Yeah.
Salute.
Well, it's a police impound.
Brother Taylor, that dude, man, you ain't know.
No, I'm the dude that watch the dude.
He that dude, man.
I'm the dude to watch the dude. That's it.
Do you brothers know who this lady is on here with these children?
Never seen her before.
Okay. Her name is Lashonda Armstrong. And Miss Lashonda Armstrong, back in 2011, in New York, drove her van into the Hudson River with all her children inside, right?
Wow.
I've heard of this, but I didn't know the name. But go ahead.
Yeah, her 3 sons and her daughter. She drove them into the Hudson River. Supposedly, she had gotten to an argument with the boyfriend. It's always something to do with a man. They running from the man. The man beat them up. We got into an argument, etc., etc. She drove her car into the Hudson River, right off of a launching a boat launch, and the car is submerged, and the boy escaped. The 10-year-old, her oldest son, escaped, right? But this is the thing. He told the police that he was in the car and his mother was holding on to his fucking pant leg to keep him from getting out. So not only was she willing to kill everybody and herself, she was holding on to his fucking leg to keep him from escaping. But eventually she did let go. According to him, she said, "Oh, I made a mistake," and she had a moment of clarity, let him go, and he was able to get out of the car and, work his way.
Was he the only one that survived?
Yes, everybody else dead. The two other boys, the daughter and her, all dead. All dead.
Can you imagine spending after the how horrible your first 10 years of life was? You got to spend the rest of your life knowing all your siblings and your mother are gone because your mother killed them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dog.
Yeah.
And these are the women that say that nobody protects them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only thing they need protection from is their fucking selves.
From themselves. Yes.
Yes.
Fucking selves, man. And their children definitely need protection from.
Yeah, you pick irresponsible dude after irresponsible dude after a little big Nate doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is called what?
Insanity, I believe.
Thank you, sir. I knew you. Thank you. I appreciate the help there, bro.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Ooh.
And all those babies are dead, man. I think, to be honest with you, and I was telling brother Taylor earlier that I think Miss Wilkerson pulled a page out of Mrs. Armstrong's playbook, because she tried to kill her kids the same exact way.
Copycat.
Yep. Same exact way. The only difference is she didn't succeed with killing the babies, because there was some racist white men out there on the beach, and they ran out there and saved everybody.
Sorry ass damn white man.
Yeah, racist white men. They came out there and saved the little nigglets. All right.
Yeah, they even took their pointy hood off and threw it up on the beach, so they ain't lose their pointy hood, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So, it's like when you see these cases, and I see a lot of them because I got a lot of this shit on my computer. Notice I have this shit. All right. I have so much of this shit. Where do you think the term "these old mamas" come from?
Let me mute.
Hey, brother Xavier, I want you to share a screen I'm about to put up.
Absolutely.
We're gonna, and it's Anthony Brian Logan, so you don't have to worry about him, striking you or anything.
Yeah, I'm familiar with ABL.
Yeah, brother
Hey,
ABL.
I gotta go. That's my guy.
All right.
He's coming up the road.
Check
all right,
this
brother
out.
Nick.
Hey, peace, y'all. Hey, appreciate everybody
salute.
coming. Thanks, brother X, and be safe, little big Nate.
Salute, Mr. Taylor.
Peace,
Salute,
my
sir.
brother.
All right, you got me up?
Hold on. Don't try to strike me, ABL. God damn it.
ABL won't do that. But
yeah. I've dealt with I used to be on the Rumbles with ABL. Used to be on there, so we used to chop it up. We chopped it up a couple times. Go ahead.
Good brother. Good brother. All right, peep this, because we just what we were talking about. You're going to see a whole bunch of it. Listen to the nonsense of this ABW.
Detailed analysis, and then I wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Fair use, Negroes. Fair use. God damn it.
It's at the core of who we are.
Hold on.
Today we are here for Black women, the most unprotected,
The most disrespected and the most neglected person in this nation is the black woman.
Do you hear that shit?
Yeah.
Let's play it one more time. Let's listen to this absolute goddamn nonsense from this 260 pounder. Let's listen to that one more time. That woman's at least 260, though.
260.
I think about 260.
You're being generous.
She said the black woman is the least. Oh my God, these women are so fucking insane, dog.
Today we are here for black women, the most unprotected, the most disrespected, and the most neglected person in this nation is the black woman. Who on the basis
That simp enforcer. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
And you see, it's Black Lives Matter talking this nonsense. What they're protesting is the jab passport in New York, because restaurants won't allow you to come in if you don't have the jab. So, but of course they turn it into just black women are under attack or some shit.
Oh yeah, everything comes around to them.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't call a black woman a moron. That's not allowed, Brother Xavier.
No.
Not allowed.
It's about protecting black women in this city. It's about protecting all black people. Because the stats show that 72% of black people in this city from ages 18 to 44 are unvaccinated. Yeah. So what is going to stop the Gestapo, the NYPD? What is going to stop them from rounding up black folks? What's going to stop them from snatching black people off the train? Snatching black people off the...
Hey, idiot woman, how about not voting for the party that wants to mandate the jab? No, but you won't not vote for those people, though. Nor
will she say it.
No, they'll never say, hey, let's not vote for people that mandate the goddamn jab. Make it voluntary.
Yeah, she's never going to say that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they won't acknowledge that. Did she have like a bulletproof vest on under there or something? She looks like RoboCop. She looks like RoboCop, nigga. What the fuck?
Bulletproof vest.
She had a bulletproof vest on over them tits.
She had some pretty big biceps there.
That she did. Another 250 plus pounder there. Yeah. The simp enforcer, dog. Fucking simp enforcer. Giving these women carte blanche to be absolutely fucking horrible whenever they choose to.
All right, now.
I can't do it anymore. I can't, Brother Xavier. I can't.
Shit is crazy,
people
man.
Are so horrible. That was Black Lives Matter protesting black women that went into a restaurant. Turns out that they had fake jab cards. You know, things have gotten so bad. The Marxism and the communism and socialism in New York has gotten so bad. In order to go into a restaurant, you have to show a card showing that you got the government-approved jab. And these black women had a fake card, but Black Lives Matter, and they found out it was fake, and they kicked them out of the restaurant. And here's Black Lives Matter to the rescue. Black people are becoming there are so many black people that are just a fucking embarrassment, dog.
Yeah.
They just are, man.
They are. Because we're at a stage now where every fucking thing can be labeled as racism. Everything. Racism is under every rug. It's behind every door. It's in every closet. It's on every commercial. It's you know, in every car. It's on every step on the building. It's everywhere. We're inundated with racism, man. Racism is everywhere. The clothes you wear are racist. The cars you drive are racist. The street signs are fucking racist. The fucking mailbox are racist. The colors on people's houses are fucking racist. Like, man, the fuck out of here.
This is what they voted for, though. This is what they wanted. Why are you complaining now? Why are you complaining? Trump said he wanted the vax to be voluntary. You can take it if you want, you don't if you want. But no, we have an administration that black women are credited with bringing into the White House. Black women were the ones that were given credit. Black women were the ones electric sliding in the street after Mr. Biden was elected.
He said electric sliding.
They do. They got these videos of these.
Yeah. I saw
obese ABWs electric sliding in the street.
Yeah, the motherfuckers having a party, man.
Yeah, man.
They were doing it here. They were
Charlotte. Oh my
God. Absolutely, boy. They was having a motherfucking party out this motherfucker.
Good for them.
I'm like, you motherfuckers are insane.
Oh my God, dude, it's terrible.
It's fucking insane, man.
But I wonder how many speeches that woman is given about all the expired black children at the hands of their mothers.
None
about that.
None. You
think so?
That's what kills me. All right. You never hear these hoes talk about kids, man. You never hear it. Ever. You never hear, whenever you hear things about children, concerning the protection of children, concerning education of children, concerning development of children, it's always men. I never hear these fucking women talk about children, man. Ever. The only time they talk about children is when they want to try to accuse somebody of being a P word. That's the only time you hear them discuss children.
For dating a 20-year-old.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they want to try to call somebody a P word. Now they go to talking about young folks. But any other time, you never hear these hoes talk about their kids. You never hear them talk about their kids' education. You never hear them talk about their kids' development. You never hear them talk about their kids' health. You never hear them talk about their kids' accomplishments. You never hear them talk about that. You never hear them talk about anything concerning fucking children, man. And you know most of these hoes got kids.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they just walking around here childless. Most of these hoes got kids, more than one.
Instead of taking pictures with your new wig or your backside after you got your ass shots, show me a picture of you teaching your daughter how to make a homemade lasagna or something. Show me some pictures of you teaching your daughter how to do her natural hair. Show me videos and pictures like that. Can you do that?
You won't see it. You won't see it. You want to get the bead on one of these hoes? Go to like their Facebook page and just kind of scroll down. All you'll see is pictures of them. That's it. You'll see pictures of them with their ass poked out, with they squatting, stretched out, legs open, doing some stupid fucking look, tongue stuck out. But you won't see any of the children. If you look at a Facebook page of a chick and her kids are up there, she may not be a self-centered fucking bitch. Okay? She may not be a self-centered bitch. But if you look on her goddamn Facebook page and all you see is fucking pictures of her black ass, that's one selfish bitch. Because guess what? She's not even taking time to take photos with the babies. She ain't even taking time to do that. Just pictures of her. Hundreds of fucking pictures of her.
How many pictures of her going over the capitals of the 50 states?
Yeah.
How many videos of her going over, basic arithmetic with her children?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good look on that Cash App, brother Big Nate.
Nah,
Appreciate
no
that, brother.
problem, no problem, no problem.
So you know when you drop coins on this platform, you get this. I appreciate you dropping your hard-earned coins on this platform. Yeah, man, they don't. You never hear them. Oh, check your email, brother Perfect Black. You never hear them like speaking of children, like they don't.
Which are supposed to be their world.
Yeah.
After a woman has a baby, that child becomes primary, and whatever she wants becomes secondary or tertiary.
Yeah, they do not talk about the children at all.
Nigga, that's all I talked about. And when I started my channel, that's a lot of what I talked about, though.
Yep.
You can tell I'm a single.
That's men. But that's men. Men always talk about their children and reference their children. Even if their children are adults, they're definitely going to talk about them when they're little. I mean, you're going to talk about them. I mean, I talk about the children. Well, I don't have little children, but I have nieces, nephews, and grandsons, granddaughters. And I talk about them. I do discuss them.
Absolutely.
And these chicks never talk about children. And like I said, most of these black assholes got kids. They do. So it's not like they just don't talk about them because they don't have them. They probably wish they didn't have them. All right. Because of the way a lot of them act, they act as if they don't have children. They act as if they don't have children. And when you think about these crazy ass freaking broads who drive the car into the ocean and shoot the kid and strangle the kid and kill him and put him in the deep freezer, they do that because they wish they didn't have them. They wish these kids weren't here. The only reason why they probably didn't abort the fucking kid because their black asses was broke. All right. They was broke and couldn't afford that fucking abortion, or should I say, or they said, oh, well, fuck it. I'm out there fucking, now I'm pregnant. Let me go ahead and have the kid and get a check. It's just crazy, man.
And to not even know who the father is a good third of the time.
They don't care who the father is. They just out there fucking. What do they care who the father is? It doesn't matter. They play eeny, meeny, miny, mo. They just get the 4 pictures of the Negroes they fucked that same week and say eeny, meeny, miny, mo, wherever the finger stop, wherever that finger stop, he be the pappy. But we've been joined by my Chi-Town brother, Perfect Black. What's good with it, man?
What's going on, Brother X? What's going on, little Big Nick, man? How's it going, man?
Hello, sir.
Perfect Black, what you got for us, man?
Hey, man, I was, getting myself ready for tomorrow, work day, and I'm listening to what you were saying about these mothers killing these kids. And I don't know if you know, we have one major here in Chicago. I don't know if it made national news, but here in Chicago, it was pretty big news.
Fallon Harris?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I talked about it. I talked about it last week.
SD card thing?
Yeah. Yeah, for the SD card.
Wow.
And it was actually caught on video, man. And from what's inside the house. The thing is that for me it kind of hit home because I know that block. I know that street that kid lived on. Actually, during the summer, as you know, I coach football and everything, and I actually tried to recruit that kid, and not because he didn't strike me to be really athletic, but based on what I was being told, because I got three kids that live on that street who know that kid, right?
Oh wow!
Yeah, who know the kid, and I actually been over there, and I actually tried to get the kid to get the kid's mother to let him play on the football team and get him away, because we got several kids like that, that to where it's just the father, just the mother, and it's a lot of issues at home and all of that. So we try to get involved to get the kid away from the home, get him something else to do, and and he was one of those type of kids. And the mother just would not, didn't want to even want to. She didn't want to hear from us. Period. Now I don't know the father. I've heard some things about him. I'm not going to say it on here, but I've heard some things about him and everything. But uh, uh, I don't like what he'd been saying in terms of her.
Yeah, she was a good mom and she
Like,
loved him.
that is
Outta
not
here.
what. But I talked to a lot of the neighbors. I talked to some people who had been hearing some things at the time during. I mean, actually, heard her yelling at them about that SD card.
Wow.
And it was just really really bad. I mean, to shoot the kid, and shoot him in the head, um, and then go and call her mother, and talk to her mother for a minute, talking about the kid was he won't give him the card and get off the phone with him, then go finish the deal. I mean, and it was all on camera.
What the hell was on that card? I mean, what the?
And I actually tried to ask some people about that, and they were saying there may have been some video games or something like that, but I don't know. I don't know. The family won't. Of course, the family won't speak to me because there's a couple people in the family that I had some kind of choice words for. I mean, this is summertime, but yeah, I mean I wanted to get the kid on the team to get him away from them. And again, it's bad when these boys, and she did not want him on the team. She didn't want him on the team. She didn't want to do anything.
Why didn't the father take him? He left the situation. They were going through a divorce, obviously, because this woman is a nightmare. Why would you leave your son with her?
Now, and this is just what I've been told. Okay, so I don't know, but this is what I've been told by people who live on the street and the neighbors that they, of course, they don't have too much of a relationship. They didn't have too much of a relationship. They weren't together, but they have been, heard arguing about having him spending time with the boy. So, but again, that's just what I've been told by some people, by the neighbors. So I don't know the guy. Like I said, there's some things that I've heard because I got my ear to the ground. Some things that I've heard. I'm not going to say it here, but I don't like what he said in the media. But I won't say that he was an absent father. He just left it. I'm not going to say that based on the things that I've gathered. I won't say that about the guy. I won't. I've never met him, so but I'm not going to say that about him. Because of things that I've been told, people who've been on that block for quite some time, and who've been neighbors of her for some time. And like I said, I've dropped kids off there. I got 3 kids over there, and I've been dropping them off for the last 6-7 years. They've been in our program, so you can imagine. I know that area pretty good. That Bennett 79th and 79th, 80th and Bennett. I know that area pretty good. It's blocks of it's kind of Beirutish over there.
But she made like $50 an hour. She was she's
Man,
making 6 figures or some shit.
Yeah, from what I read, she had a pretty good job.
A city job or some shit.
She worked. Yeah, she did work for the city, but working for the city don't mean anything when you got issues. And she had issues, and
obviously,
and people in her family and neighbors were trying to get her to get some help. So she has had some problems. Now I'm gonna tell you, I don't excuse that shit at all.
Oh, absolutely not.
She should have gave the kid to the father. If you having all those type of problems, you should just give the kid to the father and leave it alone.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, not one moment of clarity to say, okay, I'm nuts. Let me, get this boy to his father, so I don't end up shooting him in the fucking head.
Was he an only child?
One of my pistols.
Was he an only child?
That I don't know, because again, I don't know the father. At least from her, that was the only kid that I knew that lived older. Again, that's all that I knew. Gotcha. I didn't know. She was kind of a recluse, so she didn't really, is more of a go to work and come home with people that knew her. I know she didn't want to have anything to do with me, so she didn't want to talk to me. It was really hard to get him on the football team, and I told her we can, look, we can have somebody to sponsor him and to pay for him and all that.
Even though she's making $50 an hour. Wow.
Well,
right, exactly.
Well, me, I'm biased when it comes to these old mammies. I believe, like always, it probably had something to do with the fathers why she fucking did it. I mean, it's always when they do this shit and they kill these babies, man. It's usually 9 times out of 10 it has something to do with some man. Has something to do with
him.
Yeah, it has something to do with the father. Has something to do with some Negro that they can't get or want to get or want attention from or whatever the case may be. And then they flip the hell out, lose control, and the next thing you know, the kids are dead. I mean, that's just what I think. But like I said, I'm very biased when it comes to this kind of crap. Because, boy, you know me, Perfect Black. I've been hammering these old mammoths for years. All right? I've been hammering them for years. And now everybody is starting to see what X has been talking about all these years. All right?
Every year we have issues, not like this, but issues where the mother, wants to remove the kid from the team, from our program because people like myself and that's within the program facilitate a relationship between the kid, between the player and the father, right? And I kind of had that type of mindset with this kid, right? And we've had mothers take their kid from the team because of stuff like that. So, and I've been actually warned by our directors, like, look, don't be getting too involved and all that type of stuff. And I understand what you're saying because you don't want to jeopardize the program. But for me, this is an important thing, because our boys are being mismanaged by their mothers by and large. Especially we're talking about these. Look, I've been coaching and mentoring for the better part of 14, 15 years. I want to come across one case where the father was not involved with the kid's life because simply he did not want to be. In every other instance, it's always been because of a relationship between the mother and the father. Father would always want to be involved with his kid. And a lot of times they just don't know how to be more involved because of the court systems and child support and all this. They don't know. They're intimidated by the court system, so they just don't want to even get involved. They'd rather just pay the child support if they can. If they can't, then they just risk, going to jail or whatnot. But for the most part, these fathers want to be involved with their kid, and it really bothers me. And brothers, my situation. I already said that. So for me, it really bothers me when I see these women, keeping these kids from their fathers because of their own goddamn emotions, and then they turn around and complain to the world that they're a single, quote unquote, struggling mother. You the one that created that situation yourself, and you don't want to give the father, you don't want to give the son to the father because you want to maintain that child support. She didn't need no child support from him. What I've been told, she didn't need no child support from him. She didn't need nothing really from him. She could have let that boy stay with the father for pretty much the most of the time, but she didn't care for him. She didn't care. But I also blame the family. Family could have got more involved in this.
That's true.
Ultimately,
when I've been told, the people that are closest to her is her side of the family. They didn't do too much because, again, this is value of boys.
Yeah.
They did not value this boy's life. They didn't care
because they assume he's with his old mammy. He all right, even if her ass is batty wackles. That's kind of how it goes.
And
right?
a big part of this problem is a lot of black men, they get with a chick, they nut in her, and then they try to find out if she's a lunatic or if she's a decent woman. Well, it's too late. You've nutted in her.
Yeah, well, you know, from what the brothers be saying, you know, them crazy batty wacko hoes, you know, boy, they got that monster. They got that monster down there, boy.
But you know, in the script about this, about this lady. You know the most disturbing thing about this is that nobody that I spoke to on that block is surprised that this happened.
Wow.
Nobody's shocked.
So everybody around knew she was kind of crazy.
Then I gotta put the blame on the father, dog.
It's not so much.
The father should have took him.
It's not so much that she was kind of crazy. Well, again, I mean, Lil Big Nate is some people that have told me that she has done a real good job of minimizing his time with her, with his son. They've heard them arguing and everything, but nobody on that block that I spoke to is shocked behind it. I mean, they're saddened, of course, because it's tragic, but they're not shocked, and that in and of itself speaks volumes. People live right next door to you. They hear this stuff, and nobody's really shocked that this something like this has occurred.
The first person I ever heard say that the least protected are the children was Xavier. And that's the first stream we did, Xavier, when a couple of years ago.
I've been saying that for a while, man, because, you know, these old mamas is just nuts. I know. I grew up with people that had one of these old mamas, man, when I was a kid. I saw it firsthand. I saw the abuse. I saw kids being left home by themselves. I saw kids starving. I saw all that shit, man. I saw kids that were beaten with belt marks and burns and all. I saw that shit coming up. All right. I saw it. I had kids that were abused that would stay at our house because their mother would leave them alone for 2 and 3 days at a time. You know, I saw all that shit many, many years ago, you know, and I'm an old Negro. So, you know, this stuff isn't new or news to me. It's not. I mean, I've seen it recently. I've seen it within the last 10 years. I've seen it. I've seen it when I make my way to New York City. I've seen it. I've seen it in my old hometown. I have people in my family who are guilty of this shit, and I have jumped on them about it. Yeah, I jumped on them about this shit because I didn't like what I was seeing. I mean, I've seen it so many different ways this Sunday, man, and it's a goddamn shame. All right, because see, what bothers me is this. Fine, you're frustrated with the children for whatever reason. Stop being a selfish black bitch and give the kids to their father.
Yes.
If their father don't want them, give them to their grandfather. Give them to their uncle. Give them to, but
I'm not going to get that $1,000 every month, Xavier.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to get that $800,000, $1,100 every month. So,
well, see, this is something that I talked about the other day. The difference between men and women when where children are concerned is that, see, men are concerned with what's best for the kid. These hoes, they're concerned with what's best for them. And that's it in a nutshell. They because a lot of these chicks, they gotta know that, especially when you talk about these boys, they gotta know that this boy is better off living with his father. I don't give a shit if she's living in a mini mansion. God damn it, he's better off living with his father if his father live in a treehouse like fucking Tarzan and they're swinging on vines with freaking banana leaves on their genitals. He's still better off there swinging on vines and living in a treehouse than he is with his mama in the fucking mansion. I mean, that's just the truth. He'll learn more spending weekends in the woods in the treehouse. All right, he'll learn more of those weekends than he'll learn all year with his old mammy in the mansion. I mean, I'm a true believer in that. So these women, they know it too. It's just that it's selfishness, man. And I'm telling you, most of the time when they murder these children, It's because of the father. I remember seeing a video a while back. I can't remember where I saw it, where this girl was actually taping herself, hitting her pregnant belly with a fucking hammer. She had a hammer hitting her pregnant belly, and she was filming it. You know she was doing that because of the father. You know she was doing that to get back at the father. I saw a video one time where a girl was filming herself stab an infant. And this baby couldn't have been no more than a month or two. She literally was like, look at this, and commenced to stab this fucking infant with a fucking knife, man. I mean, I've seen so much crazy shit. And go ahead, you got it.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Brother X, but everything that you're saying, you're speaking to functional, mentally ill women, and this is where I have to, especially at least looking at the case, because this case here in Chicago, it kind of struck me a bit because I see a lot of similarities between that woman and I had to go close my because I got my daughter in the room. I had to go close the door because there's, based on what I've been hearing, there's some similarities between her and my daughter's mother. Right? And this is where I have to caution you a little bit, Nate, because I know when you say about about the father. Look, this society, when these courts, because of the way they are set up, if a woman if a mother is the custodial parent, especially here, I don't know, especially here in Chicago, in Illinois, if she's functional but still mentally ill, but she's functional and she has custodial, it's going to be hard, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking to somebody, myself, who I have spent in excess of $41,000, man.
I know you done spent a lot of money, brother.
Right. Just trying to get 50-50, and I still don't have 50-50. And I am in a far better financial living circumstance, social circumstance than her mother.
No.
The courts just don't feel good about giving 50-50, much less total custody of custodial parentship to the father. They just don't. Just don't. Especially if you really can't point to anything. If you don't have a video of the mother beating the child, in the middle of Stony Island or State Street downtown, smoking while she's smoking crack and butt naked with the child. If you can't show anything like that, man, you're gonna be spending a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, you can't prove she's insane. You don't have any
It's a
proof.
hard thing to do. And everything that I have been told about the situation was kind of like that. And this father is nowhere, from what I've been told, he is nowhere near within a financial situation that I am. So he can't afford no attorneys or anything like that to fight for him. So I've never met the guy, but from what I've gathered, I can probably say he probably say, I see him whenever I can, get the child support paid whenever I can, and that's just it.
Yeah, he probably just threw his hands up after a while. I
don't
know brothers.
The guy. I don't know him, and I've heard of some flaws on him, but I've also heard of some issues, that he was trying. So that's why I have to caution you, a little bit, Nate, about putting some of the blame on this guy, because obviously the people that was around this woman were concerned about her. People that she worked with, people that she lived around, neighbors and family. They were concerned, but nobody was like, you might want to get his child to nobody cared. Nobody cared for the boy. Everybody's only interested in maintaining the status quo of the women the mothers keeping their power.
Oh yeah.
The mothers can do no wrong. Mothers would never hurt their child. That type of crap.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a nurture. The people They're operating on that type of thinking with no in spite of the evidence, in spite of the statistics. People just operating on those assumptions with nothing to back it up. So they're just going on it.
Yeah, well, you know me, Brother Perfect Black. I went through similar shit. I went through it a long time ago. And I eventually ended up with custody, but after a long fight and shit, my kid's mother was a fuck up. And I went through a lot of shit, and the only reason why I ended up with custody is because she wasn't, giving me access to the kids. She wasn't letting me see them. She wasn't coming to court dates and shit like that. So the judge just got tired of the bullshit and was like, fuck this. Now he getting full custody because you're a fuck up. But even with all of that, right, when I was going for custody and shit like that, I mean, they were sending people to my job. They was calling my job to make sure I worked there. They came to my house to make sure the toilet flushed, make sure I had food in there, make sure no shit.
I went to that CFS coming in.
They come looking. Where's the kids going to sleep? They turning light switches on and all this kind of bullshit. They're calling my job, making sure I really work there, asking them what kind of employee I am, all kinds of bullshit, man. Making sure there's food in the refrigerator. And you hear this kind of shit, right? And at the time, shit, I had a good job back then. All right, I had a pretty good job. I was making pretty good money. Shit, I was making enough money where I was paying $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 a fucking month child support before all of that. And they making you jump through all these hoops, even though you have finances, even though you have a place, a nicer place than her, a bigger place than her, more money than her, more income than her. They make you jump through all these hoops, but it's crazy because one of these hoes can go in there and have a baby by some random nigga, and when they come out of the hospital, they could be living in a tent in the woods. Ain't nobody going to that tent to make sure there's food there. Ain't nobody going there and make sure there's somewhere for that baby to sleep in that tent. There's no one going there making sure that the tent is safe and rain don't get in it. She could walk right out of that hospital with that newborn infant, 3 days old, and go live right behind the hospital, and nobody would give a shit. No one's coming back there and be like, oh, we got to make sure there's food and milk here for this baby. We got to make sure this baby has a bed in this fucking tent. Nope. Nope. She walked right on out there and go have that baby living in it and everywhere. She could be living down in the freaking sub-tunnels of New York City in 5 below weather, and nobody would give a shit. But you as a man with your resources up to snuff, you have a home, all right, a place for the kids to sleep, stock full of goddamn food, good health insurance, good medical insurance. You got all that shit, but they study making you jump through fucking hoops. And meanwhile, this fucking broad can have the baby and have the baby living anywhere in an abandoned building some fucking where, and no one cares. I mean, it's the stupidest of things, man. It's stupid. It's stupid. Just because she got a vagina and you got a penis.
Especially when you consider the fact that, children only need nurturing, that heavy nurturing that a mother can do for the first 3 or 4 years of its life. After a child turns 5 or 6, especially a boy, he needs structure.
Yeah, he don't
more than anything. He needs discipline. He needs a man waking him up in the morning. Hey, let's get ready for school. Hey, let's hit that yard and rake up them leaves. Let's get this trash out.
Yep.
Yeah.
The older that a child gets, the more important the father's role becomes.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm serious. The older that a child gets, the more important the father's role becomes, whether it be girl or boy, but it's in particular for boys, but also for girls too, for vastly different reasons.
Yeah.
The father's role becomes it is really when a child is born, nursing and all that. Really, the father really doesn't have that much. Really, not much he can do. Breastfeeding, that's really not much you can do. You pay a bunch of money on, clothes and you know, breast milk, all kind of stuff and all that. But once that child start walking and all that, yeah, you teaching structure and all that, and the child get older.
Yeah, once he walking and talking, that's pretty much it. Yeah, once he walking and talking, it's like, okay, mom, your job is done here. Your job is done.
Exactly. I mean, the father's role becomes really, really important because now you need some structure. Now you need some consistency. Now you need some rules, regulations, and all that type of stuff. And those are things that just women, and it's not a criticism, but they're just not good at that naturally. They're just not because
built to provide structure.
They're not built for that.
Yeah.
So they're built for all the nurturing and need some loving and all that. That ain't what meant. There's a reason why there's a reason why God has designed men with an emotional detachment, because you can't have an emotional attachment and still lay down the law. You just can't. You can't lay down the law and enforce rules and regulations of the home if you have an emotional attachment. That's too tough.
How many of us growing up? Well, our fathers definitely. All your mama got to do is say, "I'm gonna tell your father."
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
That was enough to get everybody in line. Dog. I'm gonna tell your father when he gets home. How many women can tell their children that today?
Yeah,
not a lot.
None.
Can't tell nobody.
None. I haven't seen anything like that since I was growing up, and I'm 46 years old. I haven't seen that since I was growing up.
Yeah. That's how I grew up. Shit, my father was like a fucking silverback gorilla. Fucking goddamn it, and he had them gorilla type hands. Goddamn it, boy. Ain't no games up in that motherfucker, boy.
This stuff actually does matter. Because my wife, she's we have a baby. We have a baby girl. She's 6 months, right? And she often tells me that, man, when you leave, she'll cry sometime, but when I come into the house, I have her undivided attention. She's just 6 months.
Wow. Already a connection.
Right. If I come into the house, she's looking and all of it. She tells me, I don't see it because I'm so busy. I'm in and out. I get in for gotta go to football practice and all that stuff. I don't really start to relax until about 9:30. And my daughter's like, she's like focused. And when I am looking at her, she's looking right in like, who is this guy? So it's like that. So there is a connection there that is natural. But in today's society, they have completely disrupted that.
Yeah.
They have completely disrupted it. They have bastardized it. They've done everything in the world to minimize the man's importance and role in the home, other than his genitals and his finances.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to attack. It's hard to attack the family per se in aggregate when you have men there. Yes. If you make the men insignificant, it's easier to impose this ridiculous nonsense that they're trying to impose all over the goddamn country, and I think the world too. If you make it seem like the fucking men are expendable, you make it seem like the men are, disposable, you make it seem like the men are insignificant, it makes it easier to attack, the quote unquote family structure. It makes it easier to attack society because men usually are the buffer between, the external, these external things that come in from the world. Men are usually the buffer between that and his family, that and his children, that and his sons, his daughters. He stands in between that. So if you can get him the hell out of the way, you can easily influence the women. You can easily influence society because, see, the women, once they're influenced, what do? Influence the children. So, you
and what will that generation of men coming up lack? They won't be masculine.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be. The masses of them won't be. No.
Nope.
Well, I think there is an answer to that. And I know maybe some people listening may not like this. because it may be too, red pill or whatever people may want to call it. But and this is something that I that I recommend, for some of the young men that come through our organization and whatnot. I always tell them, number one, you have to control your atmosphere. Any atmosphere that you in, you have to control it completely. All right, that's number one. And how do you do that? If you're going to be with you're going to be with a woman or whatnot, and you control all the finances. There is no such thing as 50-50. I mean, it's your woman want to work, fine. She can work, but you still control the finances. So everything within your atmosphere, you control. And I have no qualms about saying that. And people say, well, you're just a big control freak. Okay. My wife is good with it. I mean, when she worked, she doesn't work now. She doesn't have to. But when she did work, I still control all the finances. See, when a man is controlling, when he is in control totally of the atmosphere of his home, he doesn't have a lot of those problems. And he can shield his home from that. But I understand that today's society is not really raising men that way. And to be quite honest, I really didn't come into that until later on into my adult life. After I've made a lot of mistakes with when to the point where I say, you know what, I'm not doing this no more. I'm not doing 50-50 no more. And it's not about a chivalry thing or anything like that. It's about being able to control you can't control your atmosphere when you have another element in your home 50% responsible for the day-to-day operations of it. You can't. So if you're not controlling your internal operations, don't even think about trying to control and trying to change the world. Period. But that's what I recommend. I can't speak for no other guy.
Yeah.
Well, brothers, I gotta bounce, man.
Yeah, I want to wrap this up.
I gotta get myself to work. It just when Brother X, when you was talking about this, man, because it's still fresh on everybody's mind here about this.
Yeah, I know. I talked about it last week. I did a stream about it last week. I did a stream about Fallon Harris last week.
Yeah,
this is actually a part 2 of that, because this is When Mama Loves You to Death part 2. When I did the stream about her, it was When Mama Loves You to Death. So I talked about it.
I wish that I had time, especially at this time of the year. I just don't have a lot of time to really jump on as much as I would like.
Yeah, man. I miss you coming around, brother. I do, man. But I know you got a life, so I understand. Not everybody's got all this bullshit time at night like me. I got a lot of bullshit time at night. So, I know everybody doesn't have that. But I appreciate you coming on, and likewise, brother Big Nate, I appreciate you coming on too, because I know you pulled probably like 3.5 hours before.
Yeah, man.
So I definitely appreciate it, brother Big Nate and brother Perfect Black. Don't be no stranger, Negroes. God damn it, come down here sometime.
Yes, sir.
My brothers.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I do try my best, but it's like right now, especially with this new job, man, God damn, man. When you get paid more, they demand more.
Yeah, I get it, man. I understand.
They demand more. So and I'm in one of these. I'm in IT and more the senior level, and so I'm COVID and recession proof.
I understand, my brother. I completely understand. I do. But I appreciate you just the same, my brother.
All right, brother X, man. Hey, take it easy, man.
All right, peace.
Thanks for having me up,
brother Perfect Black. Peace, my brother. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, folks. Let me get this off of here for you niggas be trying to still come up here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're probably not gonna do anything this weekend, folks. We're not gonna do anything this weekend. I'm gonna stay off this YouTube shit for at least the next couple of days, unless something come up and somebody want to do something. So we'll probably not do anything until probably next Wednesday or Thursday. I appreciate y'all, man, hanging out tonight as always, you know, because you could have been anywhere on a Thursday night and you decided to be here. It is appreciated. But I'm going to close out, man, with this. Let me turn this shit. I'm going to close out with this, man. You know, you see these bras like this, man, and, you know, you might even look at them and it might even look good to you. I don't know. But we have to be careful, man, as men. I want you brothers to be careful as men. Because these women do this shit to these children, man. And those of you who have children out there, man, y'all got a baby mama or a baby mama or two, I don't know. This could be your children, man. This could be your child. This could be your son. This could be your daughter. You got one of these old crazy hoes just lost their mind over you or over some other dude. And the next thing you know, they done shot your kid. They driving your kid off the cliff. They driving your kid in the river. All right? They suffocating them, putting them in the freezer. Also kind of nonsense. All right? Now, I'm pretty sure brothers who fathered these children probably didn't suspect that these women would do this crap. At least I hope they wouldn't suspect it. I hope they wouldn't suspect that this, you know, woman is nuts. But guess what? They turn out to be. They turn out to be. Now, the Momnificent 7 that I've been referencing all night, all of them are in prison. Except for Mrs. Newton. She's dead because she was executed. But the other ones, the other 6, you know, the Momnificent 7, as I refer to them as. Okay? These hoes are crazy. Look at them. Don't they look crazy? Don't they look crazy? I mean, what? When y'all see these chicks out there, they be looking extra good or some shit? Like, is that what it is? Look at their eyes, man. All of these chicks are empty inside. They are freaking empty inside, brothers. These types of hoes you got to stay away from. You got to stay away from these type of hoes. And you damn sure don't pump no baby up into her ass. Because guess what? She's insane. She's insane. And the minute something snap in her damn head, your kid can end up in the river or shot or in a trunk some damn where, in a deep freezer. And I know all this stuff sounds horrific, but all of these chicks up here did this crazy stuff. Killed these kids, put their bodies in the basement, stabbed them in bathrooms, murdered them, shot them, starved them, put them in deep freezers, all that kind of shit. Shot them in the head. The unthinkable, brothers. The unthinkable. So I don't know what to tell you brothers when it comes to this kind of stuff, because maybe it's hard to tell that these hoes is crazy. Maybe it's hard to tell. I don't know. But I tell you what, though. I tell you what. This chick here. All right. Maybe I need to put her on the Momnificent 7. But see, she didn't get a chance to kill them. See, the Momnificent 7, they're all murderers. They all killed the kids. She just tried. But just the same, man. Just the damn same. If you see this chick here, because she's out now. She ain't locked up. She out. If you see her, stay away. Let me say it for the brothers in the nosebleed seats. Stay away. Because it's not like they're going to stop trying to climb on a dick, obviously. They crazy as hell, but somehow they can manage to get a dick in them somehow. Like, I mean, and us brothers, man, you know, you brothers, y'all got to stop entertaining these crazy ass hoes, man. Stop doing it. You got to be able to find a sane one out there somewhere. Why would you want to deal with her? Why would you want to deal with her? Huh? Why would you want to deal with her? Notice, they're crazy, but somehow they can interchange wigs and do all this kind of foolishness. But they're crazy, though. Yeah, they're crazy. They're so crazy, but not so crazy that they can't keep a fresh wig on their fucking head. Go figure. But anyway, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. As always, you know, always appreciate y'all when y'all come through, man. I appreciate all the cash apps and the super chats, of course, but most importantly, I appreciate your participation, man, and I appreciate you freaking being here. I don't take y'all lightly, man. I never have, and I never will. All right. Shout out to my brother, Big Nate, and my Chi-Town brother, Perfect Black, and brother Nick Taylor for coming through tonight, man, and you know, putting in on the conversation, man. Because this is crazy, man. And I'm a true believer that black children are the most unprotected. Not these hoes, man. Not them. Only thing they need protection from is themselves. And the only thing they want protection from is criticism. And that's the truth. Those little tykes, man, that fall out of their old funk box, those are the unprotected people. They're the unprotected people because guess what? Look who the fuck they're living with. Look who the fuck is responsible for them. That's what makes them the most unprotected. And you never hear these hoes talk about these children at all. They don't mention these kids because they don't care about the kids, man. They don't care about the kids, but will accuse everybody else about not caring about them. Because, see, they expect other people to care more about these children than they do. They expect you to care more about their children than they do. That's always been the problem. It's the problem now, and it's always going to be the problem. It's always going to be the problem. They don't give a shit about these children, man. They just lay up and fuck and have them. You know, fly the fucking plane while they building it, you know. We'll figure it out. Oops, babies and shit. when you having a bunch of oops babies, what else can we expect? Most of these women, man, don't even want these kids. They don't want these kids. They just feel the need to keep them from their fathers. Feel the need to keep them all to themselves. Especially them broke hoes. They got to hold on to the kid. You know why? Because, see, if they don't have those kids, guess what? They won't have anything else. They won't be able to get that money from the state, would they? They wouldn't be able to get those benefits, would they? Wouldn't be able to get that shit. They give the kids to the father, guess what? They black asses got to work just like he do. No kids, none of that other shit. Got to be independent for real now, don't you? Oh, yeah, you ain't got them kids. You got to be independent for real now. Got to make your own way. Pull your own weight. Hold your own vagina. Right? That's usually the real reason why they want to keep these kids, man. Ain't got shit to do with love. There's a benefit to keeping them. There's an advantage to keeping them. Because guess what? You got all these motherfucking kids. Life's pretty easy for you, ain't it? Because you can get all the shit that having these kids has to offer, can't you? But even with that, still not enough for some of these hoes. Not enough. So what happens? They so-called snap all of a sudden, right? Snap to the point where they got to shoot the kid, suffocate the kid, starve the kid, beat the kid. But notice they only do that shit when there's no man around. Because, see, when men are around, they have to pretend to love the kid. Because they know. They know most of us men, we're going to protect our babies. Even from the old mammy. That's just the truth. And I would advise you brothers out there. You got these old baby mamas out there, man. You got young children, man. Keep an eye on them. Make sure they ain't got that look in their eye like this one here. Because if they do, you might want to think about getting your damn kid away from her. So your kid don't end up in some river, in some suitcase, in some basement, in some deep freezer. Because this shit is real. These hoes been doing this shit for years. This ain't new. And it ain't gonna stop. It ain't gonna stop. You'll see. Y'all will remember these words. Because it's gonna get worse. Especially now. All that stimulus money gone. Them unemployment checks is gone. Frustrated. Because remember, COVID had them on the internet talking about, oh, y'all need to open these schools. These kids driving me crazy. Kids that they black asses done laid down and had. Because see, if the kids ain't going to school every day, they ain't out of that house 6, 7, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're faced with one of their greatest challenges as far as those kids are concerned. And what's that goddamn challenge? Being the children's parent. And that's just the truth. But anyway, like I said, man, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. I guess I'll see y'all next week. But I will leave you with 3 words. You know, like I always do. Folks, this is X with another.
The darkness continues.
Now, at first, he thought it was just joyriders. His wife started shooting video. But then...
Are they saying help?
You can clearly hear the sound of children screaming in this footage.
If they're saying help, that's different.
The former volunteer firefighter springs into action.
That tone in them kids' voice, you know, I knew something was wrong. I never hesitated.
Now, Tim says he and another passerby, Stacy Robinson from Orlando, tried to help.
And we was both trying to talk to the lady, and there's a kid on her lap trying to steer her away from the water.
A pregnant 32-year-old EBONY Wilkerson is behind the wheel.
She looked over at us with this just blank, crazy stare. I've been calling it possessed all day. It's a harsh word, but that's what it looked like. And she said, "We're okay. We're going to be fine." The kids was like, "Please save us, help us. Our mom's trying to kill us." And that was just, it was so awful to hear that.
As Stacy Robinson carried a 9- and 10-year-old to shore.
God Almighty, there's a baby in the car.
They were screaming over his shoulder, "There's a baby, there's a baby."
By that time, lifeguards were out in the water, too, and able to rescue a 3-year-old.
The way that thing was rocking and the water was just throwing it around, you know, it was rough.
Now, Tim says he's not a hero.
Right place at the right time, that's all it was.
But
I just hope they're okay. I'd love to know if they're okay, they're going to be okay, and I'd love to see them again, you know, in the future.
Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. The protester. Dark X.
Open your mind.
You know.
Yeah, X.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus.
You understand? Yeah, X. You understand? Open your mind.
Dark XoDus.
Yeah, X. You understand? Yeah, X. Open your mind.
Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus. Dark XoDus.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.